Hello, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We'll get started as soon as we get some people up in here. Big O, you my ninja, boy. Look here. Boy, I love me some Big O. Big O, hey, Tori. I don't know what Tori been. Tori gone. Hey, Tori. Hey, not my watch. But let me tell y'all who came to the celebration for my son. I was so surprised, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I was surprised to see Tori. Tori pulled up, y'all, strong. He was up in there, y'all. Look here. He came with balloons. Say, Tori was there. I was surprised to see Tori. Boy, Tori, look here. I mean, it made me smile. Boy, look here. I was surprised to see old Tori. And he never told me he was coming or not. He never said, I'm going to come purple. I'm going to fall through. He never said nothing like that. I mean, nothing. And look around, and there was Tori, y'all. Boy, say, look at her. Look out, Tori. I sure appreciate that, my brother. It made me feel real good to know that you came by and chill with a sister. Sure appreciate you. Boy, look here. You just never know how much stuff means. I just want to say that I hope everybody has been keeping up with your news, your politics, your governor. I just hope everybody has been keeping up with what's been going on. If you haven't, you slipping. If you have not been keeping up about what's been going on, you is slipping. I mean, you slipping bad. I mean, you slipping real bad. Pap, you twirling. There you go. Now I can't hear you. Now, wait a minute. Let you go on mute on your own.
Okay, my phone might be acting up. I ain't at home.
Girl, look here. Say, that's what's been going through your phone. I'm gonna tell y'all. These phones, if you have been listening to us, you must got something on the background, girl.
I thought I turned it off. I'm sitting outside. I ain't at home.
Okay, go ahead. If you have been listening to us, y'all, you know that everything we have brought to the table, everything that me and Pap have brought to the table, and it all has come out to be happening. Everything we have talked about, from politics to our people, to the homeless, to the farm, everything that we have talked about on this show, y'all, it is all coming to forefront. Everything. We did not lie not one time to you all. Like I said, we do our research. We be in and out different places. We do a lot of reading. And we keep up with a lot of news and what's going on in different politics. I'm telling y'all, look, everything we said don't claim to be true. You got something open in you must got something open.
Huh?
You must got something open. You got another app
I
open.
shouldn't. Wait, let me go out and come back in, and I'll close everything out.
Okay. Like I said, everything we talked about, the C-19, everything we talked about was all true, y'all, and it all came to forefront, and it's coming to forefront. So I hope everybody's been keeping up what's going on because, you know, um, it's rough. Me and my girl, just me and TT was talking, about the living status, how things are so expensive now, and how we can cut down on certain things and prices and certain finances, things like that. You know, Me and her were doing a lot of talking. We was doing, making a lot of taking a different knowledge. I'm older than her, so I'm getting some of her knowledge, and she's younger than me, and I'm taking in her knowledge. So we put knowledge, young knowledge with old knowledge. You see what I'm saying? And we come out with what? With the best knowledge there is. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. But me and her was talking, and we come up with this idea. Well, we came with this idea, and we was talking about it, but she came with the idea, and I think I'm going to take her up on her idea of what she was saying. So, and I believe if I took her up on the idea that she talked about, that we talked about, I do believe I would be. It's not. I do believe. I know I would be able to save so much money. Oh man. So TT, I'm definitely thinking about taking you up on that offer and what we talked about. I'm telling you. So Pap, I can hear
I'm
you now.
listening.
Okay. Yeah, me and just me, TT, we had talked about some. She had came up with an idea. We had talked about it and everything. She sent me some information on it, and it's like a RV. You know, those RVs with everything already hooked up inside, and right now they're not costing that much.
Yep. Yeah, cause can't nobody afford them.
But do you know right now they running some specials? They're not that high right now.
Yeah, cause when during that pandemic, they had a lot of a backstop. A lot of people weren't buying stuff like that, so now they got to put them on sale so they can get rid of them.
Well, baby, they on sale. Look here, and you can get a 5 bedroom for on like $100 and some. I mean, not five
Mm.
bedroom, but not 5 bedroom, but a five sleep, a five. You know, where you can sleep, people can sleep, five people can sleep at, but like
Yeah,
$100 some a month, and that's cheap.
yeah, that is cheap. That's real cheap. Look like I might have to buy me one, cause I'm about ready to set fire at my house.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know it's rough, good. Ooh man, I know it's rough. Look at him. It's rough. Yeah. So
Yeah,
TT, I've been looking at it more and more, and been going online looking at it more and more, and it even came up on my Facebook page, channel for advertising. I'm like, I might go get me one of these babies right here. 'Cause if I get me one of these babies right here, I think I'll be able to establish a whole lot of stuff. But then I'm like, what am I gonna do with my stuff I already got? I'm like, I can sell it. I can give the goodwill, sell. I can sell whatever, whatever. But yeah, if it sleep 5 people, that's good enough for me. And ain't nobody gonna come over like that anyway. So
yeah,
but yeah, but it depends on what area you can get that at what part or R&V part you can get that put in that though too, because I know that's a monthly payment too on that.
yeah.
Because it ain't free. Oh no, it ain't free.
Now, if you want to hook up to their electricity and their water,
It ain't free. So yeah, I've been thinking about shoot. I'm trying. I'm thinking like anybody else trying to cut down or how to cut down. Gonna make me build me a tiny house.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Yeah, I got somebody at the back door trying to watch in. I don't know, but she said not my watch. Not my watch.
Hey, is my speaker too loud? Cause y'all know my ears, I can't hear. Is that
No,
too loud?
no, you fine.
You sure? Okay. Cause girl, can't hear. Hey, Cassandra, how you doing, love? Salute to
Hey, now
everybody
my
in the
wife,
chat.
I'm doing good. I'm hot.
Yeah, y'all got to kind of fill me in. What you mean about Teddy Pendergrass now? What's the story behind that?
What it go? The main is the. I'm showing everybody the main reason behind the Teddy Pendergrass story is
Mm-hmm.
Clyde Davis, and then the story behind Whitney Houston, Clyde Davis,
Oh, okay.
and what do Clyde Davis and P Diddy and them all have linked up together with take them all up together.
So he was signed to Clyde Davis as well.
Right.
Oh, okay. And so, okay, well, I'll just wait for you to talk about it because I didn't know anything about it. I thought, TP died and there was never any questions or anything
Mm-mm.
like that. I didn't know that there was something going on.
You didn't know that? Yeah. Sure, you sure
I had
was.
no.
Yeah. And before he got started in music, he was dealing with the news. He was a news he was into news before he started singing.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Mm-hmm. Sure did. But yeah, it's a lot. I mean, when I got into it, it was kind of like I was shocked about what was going on with that situation.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I didn't know, girl. And Teddy Pendergrass was one of my mother's favorites.
Girl,
Luther
he
Vandross,
was
Teddy
all the women.
Pendergrass,
He was all
and
the women's
Marvin
favorite.
Gaye.
Yep, they were all the women's favorite. You know, they everybody loved them. Everybody loved Theodore. His name was Theodore Roosevelt Jr. That was his name.
Mm. Yep. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to eat too. My bad, y'all.
What you eating over
Um.
there?
Huh?
What you eating?
Yeah, girl. You. I don't
You
even have
always
to
eating
tell you.
something. You always eating.
You know that I'm eating sushi.
Oh Lord.
You know that's my favorite. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Teddy Pendergrass' name was Theodore. Theodore DeReese Pendergrass. That was his name.
Wow. So, okay. Well, give me a minute. Let me get everything. Y'all go ahead, cause I
Okay, go
sure
ahead.
wanna
Okay,
hear
okay,
about this.
okay. So let's get started with old Teddy Pendergrass. Teddy Pendergrass is something else. Do you know anything about Teddy Pendergrass, pal?
Nah, just the music.
Because my mom listened to the Pendergrass so much, girl. I'm also tired of TKO and what's it called? Turn off the lights and girl, I also
Yeah.
sick of Teddy Pendergrass, but every woman they love his deep voice. They liked that man. They was crazy about that man. But guess what? Everybody loves some Teddy Pendergrass, girl. Let's get into it.
This is Janice Gay. She is the second wife to none other than the GOAT, Mr. Marvin Gaye. Did y'all know that she talks about having an affair with both Frankie Beverly and Teddy Pendergrass while they were married? Let's get into it. Marvin's first marriage was in 1963 to Anna Gordy, the older sister of Berry Gordy, who was the president of Motown, which was the label that he was on at the time. Anywho, Marvin met Janice when she was 17. She was brought to the studio by Ed Townsend, who was a producer and a friend of her mother's. They fell madly in love and had two children, Nona Gay in 1974 and Frankie in 1975. Marvin divorced his first wife in 1977. Do the math, do the math, do the math. He married Janice in October of 1977, and their relationship was notoriously tumultuous, from violence and abuse to it was crazy. Marvin was also known to enjoy seeing Janice with other couples and other people. You know, it's no kink shaming here. One time when Frankie Beverly was coming to visit, Marvin set him up with a hotel room. He then booked Janice an adjoining hotel room and then tried to catch him in the act. You know what I'm saying? Janice said that Frankie crawled on his hands and knees back to his hotel room. At the same time she was dealing with Frankie, she was also dealing with Teddy Pendergrass. You know, the young dudes that was coming from Marvin's throne. She said one time Marvin caught them on a date and sat outside the restaurant. It's all in her book, After the Dance, My Life with Marvin. Y'all gotta check it out. It's real. It's crazy.
So Teddy Pendergrass is messing with married women.
Right.
Yeah, he
This
wasn't no
is
stranger.
this is crazy.
Yeah, he wasn't no stranger to a lot of stuff. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Gang for Harold Melvin and the Mighty Blue Notes.
It feels great, but then again, it bothers my nerves, Donald. I'm telling you.
In the annals of celebrity scandals, there are stories that captivate the public imagination, leaving an indelible mark on the cultural landscape. One such tale unfolds at the intersection of fame, secrecy, and an unexpected twist of fate: the car wreck that mistakenly revealed Teddy Pendergrass' gay affairs. In the dazzling world of R&B and soul music, Pendergrass stood as a towering figure, known for his velvety voice and charismatic stage presence. Little did his adoring fans know that behind the curtain of his public persona lay a web of clandestine relationships that would be thrust into the spotlight in the most unforeseen manner. The journey into this sensational revelation begins on a fateful night when Pendergrass, at the height of his career, was involved in a car accident that would change the trajectory of his life forever. What seemed like a routine collision turned into a Pandora's box of secrets, inadvertently laying bare the intricacies of the legendary singer's personal life. As the wreckage of the car unfolded, so did the carefully guarded compartments of Pendergrass's private affairs, catching everyone by surprise. Teddy Pendergrass, celebrated for his soulful ballads and heart-melting performances, had successfully cultivated an image of the quintessential ladies' man. However, as the twisted metal of the car crash became a metaphor for the unraveling of his well-kept secrets, fans were confronted with a reality far removed from the suave and confident persona that defined his public image. The wreckage became a symbolic canvas, painting a portrait of a man navigating the complexities of his S in an era that was less accepting than today. In the aftermath of the accident, media outlets buzzed with speculation, and tabloid headlines screamed for attention. The revelation of Pendergrass' gay affairs shook the music industry and ignited a conversation about the challenges faced by artists in expressing their authentic selves while conforming to societal expectations. The collision, originally seen as a mere mishap, became a catalyst for discussions around identity, privacy, and the price of fame. The unintentional exposure of Pendergrass's personal life also shed light on the prevailing atmosphere of secrecy within the entertainment industry during that era. The pressure to conform to certain norms and project a specific image was immense, forcing many artists to conceal their true selves behind a carefully crafted facade. The car wreck not only fractured the exterior of Pendergrass's vehicle, but also shattered the illusions that surrounded his public persona. As the public grappled with the shocking revelation, Teddy Pendergrass faced a crossroads in his career and personal life. The aftermath of the car wreck forced him to confront not only the physical injuries sustained in the accident, but also the emotional wounds inflicted by the exposure of his hidden relationships. The story of the car wreck that mistakenly revealed Teddy Pendergrass's gay affairs became a pivotal moment in the history of celebrity scandals, challenging societal norms and encouraging a more open dialogue about authenticity in the world of entertainment. In the wake of the accident, Teddy Pendergrass's journey became a testament to resilience, prompting a reevaluation of societal expectations and paving the way for a more inclusive and accepting entertainment industry. The car wreck may have exposed the cracks in Pendergrass's carefully constructed facade, but it also catalyzed a broader conversation about the intersection of fame, identity, and the consequences of living in the public eye. Born on March 26, 1950, in Kingstree, South Carolina, Theodore Teddy Pendergrass spent much of his childhood in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. His family moved to the city of brotherly love when he was just a toddler, seeking better opportunities. Raised in a working-class neighborhood, Teddy faced both challenges and opportunities that would shape his character and career. Growing up in a vibrant city known for its rich musical heritage, Teddy was exposed to various genres of music. Philadelphia's diverse music scene, encompassing jazz, blues, and gospel, laid the foundation for his future endeavors. Even in his early years, Pendergrass exhibited a passion for music that would eventually blossom into a remarkable career. Several influences played a pivotal role in shaping Teddy Pendergrass's interest in music. Gospel music, with its
You know what's so interesting about that? Not to get off of Teddy Pendergrass, but do you know that Madonna just did a concert, right? And on her concert, she was putting pictures up of people that have died. You know, she was doing it for AIDS and stuff like that. Well, she put Luther Vandross's picture up there, and the family got mad and sued because it was never out. Nobody ever said that Luther Vandross passed away from AIDS or anything. So they were really upset that Madonna put that up there and did that, because they said Luther died of complications of a heart and stuff, right?
Right.
That's what they have put out there. Yeah, but she,
What are you doing?
Madonna put it out there.
What if Jason?
But go ahead.
Uh-huh. You said
I'm
Madonna.
sorry, y'all.
I
That
didn't. You fine? I didn't know she did that.
Yeah, I'll send you the clip, Perp. Yep, she put it out there, and the family went berserk because they said they never put anything out there like that, and nobody ever knew. Yep, she did it at a concert. This was just recently.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'll send you the clip.
Okay. Hold on, let's go to this thing.
Teddy Pendergrass. Explain it.
Thank you.
Everyone talks about his demise because it all began with the car accident and him with the transgender woman. Oh. On Lincoln Drive in Philadelphia. Anybody from Philly knows the curve. We know the exact curve. No different than in Dallas. They got the X marks the spot where Kennedy got popped. It's the same thing in Philly when it comes to the Teddy Pendergrass crash. And the part that I have a problem with, because I'm about to hurt a lot of people's feelings right now. But Philly's fucked all the shit, so maybe if we start telling the truth, some things can change. There were 3 people in that car, not 2. Uncle Teddy and the transgender woman was in the front seat, but there was another woman in the back seat. Her husband was an NBA star. Her husband's name was Julius Irving. Her name was Turquoise. And she was a disruptor behind the scenes for many years. She fucked over a lot of people for the labels. When they needed somebody tuned up, somebody done this, they called Turquoise. She's the one that brought the transgender woman, the cocaine, and the alcohol into that car. And when the crash happened, the Sixers made sure that a fixer came to get Turquoise out and make sure that her name never made it to the press. And instead, they left Teddy Pendergrass to look like he was just some wild freakazoid that had lost his mind. And he ended up in a wheelchair for the rest of his life.
Wow.
And yet, the person who was the facilitator has never been mentioned publicly until now.
Girl, I do not do her. I'm sorry,
Girl,
y'all, but
you don't.
no, let me tell you why.
He got an echo, I think. Yeah.
Now,
Let me see
now
here.
you just heard what she said about the person and pulling them out, and nobody knew about it, and it couldn't get to the media, and nobody knew about this but her. So, well, she wasn't there. But the reason why I don't mess with her is because she has been having a lot of things. They said she on medication. She's also, have a
That's
lot of psychiatric and a lot of stuff she say. I think she lies. But go ahead, I'm going on mute.
Yeah. Have you got an echo like that?
No, with that, remember I told you that's my speaker. Remember I told you I can't hear in that right ear.
No, not
Remember?
you. That's not you. Not my watch at this out.
Oh, okay.
I'm
You
in
must.
the, yes, I'm in the,
Say
am I
what?
in the,
There you go. Say
can
what
you hear
now?
me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
You must be what you got the TV on too.
That's my. Let me go on mute. Let me put
Okay.
mine on mute, baby.
You got the TV on,
I'm
pal?
driving. I ain't home. Can
Okay,
you
there
hear
you
me?
go.
I'm driving.
Okay, yeah, okay,
I
there
put
you
the
go.
phone in the closer.
Okay, there you go.
But
There you go.
I knew it. They said it was 3 people in the car,
Yep,
and I
they
knew
sure
they
did.
said it was a drag queen in the car. But I didn't hear who
Yep.
she said. What did she say that was? Who wife that was? Cause I didn't hear that part. It cut out.
Which part?
Who the third person was? Who wife that somebody played for the seven?
Oh yeah, she said that
Yeah,
was the transgender
transgender.
person, and they took the person out of there so nobody would know, and so it wouldn't get to the media. That's what she said.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So it
go
was
back on
somebody else
mute.
in the car. Okay. So there was somebody else in that car. So I don't know why they was trying to hide, but they moved that person out that car quickly. Yeah. Hold
Yeah,
on.
but how do you think she would know that somebody was in the car if nobody else knew?
I don't know.
She had to have been there.
People
Think about it.
Philadelphia and
If
But
they
she
had no pictures, no videos, nobody knew about anybody being in that car except for her. No
she
family
said,
member, no.
and
What you say, Cassandra?
she said that she was in the she was in the music industry and her family was so the streets gonna talk. The streets
and
gonna talk.
what did she say? What did she say, Pam?
She said that her daddy and
Yeah.
her uncle was in the music industry and that would have put them around to the Pendergrass stage. And the streets gonna talk. It might not make it to the media.
Yeah.
And she from Philadelphia.
Hmm.
So all this stuff, you guys, like everything that she was saying about like Jay-Z and like Beyonce and
I
like,
believe everything she
do y'all
said.
believe
I
all
believe
that stuff that
everything
she
she
be
said.
saying?
I believe
I didn't
everything
hear
she
you,
said because
baby.
they do
Yeah,
it
yeah, I believe her.
just like
Okay,
they did on that
let me try
Brown,
to get this
just like they
speaker.
did Kanye. They said they on drugs, they crazy.
Let me turn this. Okay, but you know that
Yeah,
everything that she says,
I believe her.
everything that she say be so personal as if there, but nobody else knows about it. But everything she says, it's like she has to have been there to know. You know how she goes deep into all this different stuff like Jay-Z, Beyonce, all that. And even when she was singing
She tried to
background for
criticize Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, Beyonce wasn't even around. He hadn't even met Beyonce yet when she was singing for him.
Okay,
So how would she know all this
okay,
personal stuff?
and
Like it's like
according to
everything she
Jasmine
say,
White,
they
she
had
knew
to have been
Jay-Z
there.
before he knew Beyonce. He was a nobody.
Uh-huh. Yeah, see, um, she said so much stuff, like even a lot of the stuff that she says and that she knew about it, right? And then the police had asked her about some of these claims because she said she had proof, and a lot of the stuff that she was saying could get people locked up, and it put people in danger, especially stuff that she had said about the kids and stuff. And she said she had proof, and the police and the FBI, and then when they spoke to her, they had dismissed everything she said because they said she didn't have any proof, she didn't have no receipts, she didn't have anything. Yeah, she was
Well, why
making
they
some
trying to kill her
serious
then?
claims about children being molested and,
Why they
you
trying to
know,
kill? She was alive.
oh,
Why
I'm
they
sorry,
trying
the
to
M
kill
word.
her?
I apologize. What you say, Cassandra Love? I didn't hear you, love.
Why they trying to kill her?
Why are they trying to unalive her?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, well, who said that?
she
Who
did.
said that they trying to unalive her? Right,
She
that's what I'm
did. Her
saying. Okay,
bodyguard.
she said
Watch
this,
real
right?
street stars. Watch real street stars. Her bodyguard said it too.
Yeah, I know, right, but but she's saying that they trying to, do that to her, which a lot of people, sometimes say that. But do you know that she has been, of course, unfortunately homeless, and she's been at different hotels and everything. If you have these people like Diddy and Jay-Z and all that, now, they could get rid of her. If they really wanted to do her, they could have done her. As if we're talking about even stuff like Tupac and all, these other people that have been, killed. Now, do y'all really think if they
Okay,
wanted to get rid of her, they could? It's not like she got security.
okay.
Hmm.
You
Yes,
broke
she
up
got
now.
security. They is trying to get rid of her.
I
And
can't.
everything came to light.
Yeah. See, I
Everything
can.
she done said came to light.
Yeah, but they could have been
Everything
able
she done
to.
said can come out.
Yeah, they could have been able to. I've never seen any security, and she was even on VS's that time talking about her being homeless and not having any money. And remember, the other girl had came out that she was with and was saying that she has just been scamming people for money, coming up with these stories. So um, I'm trying to figure out like where did they prove that she had been telling the truth about that?
I don't think she's doing. I don't believe that she's lying though.
Because there are a lot
Um.
of people will be locked up and in jail and all that. They said that they talked to her, the FBI and the police and everything, and they said everything that her claims were all unfounded, and she said she had receipts and recordings and pictures and all that, and they said she didn't produce any of that. That's just my personal opinion. Y'all know we gonna
I
agree to
don't know why she.
disagree. I just don't. I
Oh, you know
just
we is.
hey, we supposed to agree to disagree. We're not supposed to, roll with every single thing we
That's
say.
right.
Y'all supposed to check me, and y'all do it all the time. Y'all be like, no, not on my watch. I don't think. y'all know it don't matter. We still gonna roll and love each other regardless. But I disagree. I disagree with everything she says. I think she's got a lot of mental problems. I think she lied. All these recordings that she been saying she had, no recordings. And remember, she's the one that came up with the girl that said she was Aaliyah's what you call it? And
Daughter.
remember, she's the one that said that she told her to come on with that story, and she finally told the truth that they made up that whole thing about her being you know um with Aaliyah and all that stuff. Yes, she told her to do that for money, and then she said once they split up and she left, and she started threatening her and all kind of stuff, trying to get her to give her money. And she told the truth and said none of that stuff happened. And of course, Aaliyah is not, her mother. And she said she told her to make up that story for money.
No, she sure Leah sure was not her mother. I don't know where they, but that she
Well,
should
she
she
said
been nothing like her.
she's the one that told her to do it for money. That's what
Jaguar,
she
right?
said. She said Jaguar Wright is the one that told her to do all that stuff for money. And remember, they had even said that she had been scamming, people for money with all these stories. And if you notice, she doesn't go on any big old huge public thing like DJ Academics, or because they know that she lying, because she hasn't been a perp.
Hmm.
She's been saying she's got all these recordings
Hmm.
of stuff like Jay-Z, Diddy, all these big people, right? She says
Yeah.
she had pictures. She said she
Yeah.
had video, and she's been
Mm.
saying this for years, and she has not produced not one of them. And she said in due time, she said she's going to produce it.
Go
So
ahead with it. Yeah.
remember, her husband came out and said she was lying about everything, and she said she's never had any tapes, videos, none of that. And think of all the time she's been homeless and at different hotels and stuff going on. Do you think if they really wanted to get rid of her, unalive her, they could have? Think about that, Perp.
I believe. I believe. I don't see. I don't think she's be out. I don't believe that Jaguar right be out in the open like that. Just out like that. But
But they've been arresting her and stuff, and she's been out
they
there like
have,
that.
and I think they trying to, and I believe they trying to blackball her. I believe that they are trying to do that to her. I believe that I
I
believe right.
believe that. No, I do. I believe that I don't believe they're trying to blackball her. I think they just trying to shut her up because there are some people that do believe that stuff. And when you're talking about, um, if you're talking about Jaguar Wright, and she just keeps going with all these crazy claims about these people, like she said, Beyonce and all them, Jay Z got them all, doing drugs, and they were, molesting this person, that person. Like they said, if those claims were true and she had the evidence, a lot of people would be locked up and they would be in jail. And they said, the FBI and the police said,
But look who the
nothing
people.
that she
But look
said
who the
was
people are.
true.
But look at the people who she's talking about, though. We know they got protection. We know they the head top of their game. We already know they can have anybody to go out and alive her, and that's why I believe that she keep a low profile. That's why I believe that
Girl,
she always
her profile don't be that low. She do be out in the open. If they wanted to get rid of her, girl, you know good and well, them people with all that money that they got. Like, okay, remember we were speaking of Diddy's ex, right? Questions
mm-hmm.
about that, right?
Right.
Questions about that, question about, they said he did that with Pac. Now look at all that, what's called. Do you really think that they wouldn't be able to get a hold of that girl or set it up in some way? It wouldn't even be, even the drugs she could have been on. They could have probably tried to bring up some drugs and put something in it. You never know. But if they wanted to get rid of her, they would get rid of her. She don't have the security. She don't have a big old mansion that, has security around it. And, that's not how it is. Remember, this girl that became homeless
But
about three
Jaguar,
or four
but
times.
you got to remember, Jaguar got this one man that's standing behind her 100%. I cannot remember. I talked about it one time before. I can't remember this man's name. I think he
Hmm.
Irish or British or something. But this
Right.
one man is standing behind. He weigh about a good 500, but with the mafia. He's standing behind her 100%, and he say he's standing behind Jaguar Wright 100%.
Yeah, but look at, I understand that, but there's always going to be some, but look at, if he's standing behind her 100% in this, right? The
Mm-hmm.
only thing I'm saying is when she said she had all those videos and all that stuff and pictures and, you know, how come when the FBI and all that, questioned her and brought her in, she couldn't produce any of that? She lied about all that. And look at the one that said that Aaliyah was her mom. She came out and said Jaguar Wright told her, hey, we need to make some money. We gonna get some money. So this is the story you're gonna come up with. You're gonna say that Aaliyah's your mother. And we
I
knew
don't
she
believe
was
that.
lying because
I
everything
don't
she
believe
was
she told
saying.
her that because I don't believe she told that girl that because she already know that girl didn't look nothing like her Leah. No
You don't
skin
believe Jaguar told her to come up there with all
tone.
them allegations and say
No,
that stuff for money and they
uh,
was all living together? Remember, Jaguar was with her with all that stuff until she wasn't messing with her no more. Do you really think how does she know every single and all this stuff that she know? And like I said, when she was talking about Beyonce and all this stuff at that time, Beyonce wasn't even with Jay-Z at that time when she had sang that back up.
no, she no she wouldn't with Jay-Z. She wouldn't. Taurus
Yeah,
said,
but Jaguar was saying, you know,
yeah, teacher
all
said
the
her
stuff she was saying.
that man who's bagging Jaguar right up, he's with the mafia and he's out of Philadelphia. Yeah, so he's standing behind Jaguar Wright 100%. So I don't know how long he been knowing her, but he got her back, and apparently his buddies and them do too. So there
But
might be
baby,
some
that's
why
one
they ain't
person.
touching Jaguar Wright.
Do you know anybody in this music industry, anyone, even around that time or whatever, that uh, said all this stuff had happened that Jaguar Wright was saying, and within that time? Because everything is always told and always come out. Just like when they were talking about R. Kelly, and that's been going around for years about R. Kelly, doing that and what he was doing. Look how many years they've been talking about Diddy supposedly had a hand in unaliving Pac, and he was beating on women. And remember,
Yep,
they've been taught even before Danity came in the show. They have been saying this forever that he was gay. So this has been going on forever with them
right.
saying that.
Because come to find out that P Diddy had something to do with Craig McAnally. So P
Hmm.
Diddy been in the game for a long time. He been doing a lot of dirt, and he been unaliving people a long time. He been backstabbing people. All that
Yeah,
he wanted
yeah.
to
Remember, he was stealing their money and wouldn't
that's
give them
correct.
their music and all that.
Right,
But they've been
contracts and
saying this
stuff.
for a long time. They've been saying it about R. Kelly. Like all these people, they've been saying it about him for a long time. It's just a time for them to get, caught up. But what I'm saying is everything that she's saying, she
Mhm.
has nothing to back it up. She doesn't have any proof. And some of the stuff she's saying, she would only know if she was there. Like when, okay, this was she was talking about, like one time about Jay-Z and had Beyonce and a whole bunch of different women and everything, and they were all tied up inside the room, and he was, whipping them and doing all this stuff. Now, how would she know something like that unless she was sitting in there getting whipped and tied up too? Girl, come on, she be making stuff. That lady is
How you said
crazy.
it. I
And Jay-Z didn't even know Beyonce. The time that she did that little, singing part with, he wasn't even with her. And she sung back up for Jay-Z. How many
mm-hmm.
years ago was that, girl?
And
And look at all the stuff that she's talking about now. Now we know that she ain't around any of these big, movie star. Everybody
right.
thinks that she crazy in the music industry, but think about that. She's talking about recent stuff that she says is happening. How would she know the recent stuff is happening if she's not around them? They not dealing with her, they not around her, they not fooling with her.
It
So
may be
maybe a
where she
couple of
be. It
things
may
from
be.
back
It may
then,
be
but
where she be at, and they somebody discussing it. I mean.
girl, girl, ain't nobody finna be on no private stuff like that and no movie stars and going back and telling Jaguar, right? You see a lot of these things be really tight-lipped, with some of these places. Like they have the all-white party
Hmm.
that the one guy gives, every year and stuff
Right.
like that. She was talking about that. And she wasn't there. She was just making up stuff.
I don't know,
I
but
don't know. I feel like this. We gonna agree to disagree, but if she comes up with recordings, receipts, videotapes,
yeah,
and all the stuff
yeah,
that she's been saying for years,
yeah.
then I'll believe her.
Because she do be saying that. I got to say, like you say, she do be saying she got recordings and she was there. So, but like I said, and you do kind of make a point because she never played none of these recordings. None of these recordings have ever been played. Not
She's
one
never
that she
showed a
talked about.
picture. Remember, she also been saying too that not only does she have audio and video, she said she even had pictures. She haven't even shown one picture. The only picture she
No,
showed was her singing background for
but
Jay-Z at a
Jay Z,
concert,
I
and
seen
that's
that.
it.
I've seen that video.
Yeah, but
I've seen it.
Perp, she has not played one. And remember, she said she had years worth of video and audio and all. Hey Tori. Hey love. Tori, I love you so much. And the fact that you supported, Perp like that and everything, I really respect that, Tori. I really do. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for, supporting like that.
Yeah, I think Bill too. I should
That's
appreciate
amazing.
you. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Let's get to this next video. We're gonna see about this right here. Hold on.
Let's
Let's talk
go,
about
baby.
Teddy Pendergrass's crazy car accident and the conspiracies behind it. So in 1977, 2 months after the mysterious death of Pendergrass's manager and lover who was caught stealing money from him, he released his debut album. The self-entitled album went platinum and began a streak for Pendergrass, him becoming one of the first R&B artists to have 5 consecutive platinum albums. But this is only the beginning, with his women-only concerts, mansion in the Philadelphia suburbs, a jet, a stable of horses. The man even had his own jeans line. You know he was bad, and it said that he became 2 things: arrogant and a womanizer. This is where Tanika Watson enters the chat. Now, Tanika was a lady of the night, nightclub dancer, model, you get the point. One night she was walking down the street close to the recording studio that Pendergrass was recording at, and he pulled up on her in his Rolls Royce. But she ran away because she thought he was a pimp. We fast forward and the two meet again when Pendergrass is at the club that she dances at.
Went over and spoke to him, said hi, and I said, I just wanted to speak to you. He said, okay, and I said, I'm leaving because I have to get up early tomorrow. He said, well, I'm getting ready to leave too. Would you like a ride home? So I said, sure.
They both got in his car and headed on the highway. Out of nowhere, Watson says the car began going fast, but not as if Teddy himself was accelerating the car, but instead as if he was losing control of the car, which he was. Losing control of the vehicle, Pendergrass crashed his $100,000 Rolls Royce into a guardrail, which then hit a tree. The two were trapped in the car for 45 minutes. What the hell? Fortunately for Tanika, she walked away with minor scars, nothing worse than a chipped tooth. As for Teddy, he became a paraplegic, being paralyzed from the chest down. Now, on to the conspiracies behind this accident, because there are 3 main ones. The first is that Teddy and Tanika were taking part in some sexual act, which led to him losing control of the vehicle. It is said that when the police got to the scene, Teddy's pants were down, and as far as Watson, she was under the dashboard of the car, which would make sense as to why she didn't get as many injuries. Now, Tanika is a transgender woman, so the conspiracy is that Teddy did not want this information to get out and mess up his reputation. But Tanika says that there was no sexual acts, 1. 2, she says she don't even know if he knows that she was a transgender. Now, a smaller conspiracy is that Pendergrass, who was known to do drugs, was under the influence, which caused the accident. But this one is easily debunked because the police said that there was no evidence of drug or alcohol abuse prior to the accident. Now, the biggest conspiracy, and the one that I kind of lean towards most, I ain't gonna lie to you, is that the police had something to do with sabotaging Pendergrass's car leading to the accident. Let's talk about it. Now, remember earlier all the luxuries that I mentioned that Pendergrass had. Also remember how I mentioned that he was arrogant. He flaunted it. He wasn't necessarily what you would call humble. Well, this may be one of the reasons that police stayed on his ass, citing him for any and everything, getting so bad to a few months before the accident, Teddy sued Philadelphia PD for $500,000 for harassment. You add on top of that a little bit before the accident, but a little after him suing, he discovered that a few of his cars had the brakes lines cut. You add on top of that the brand new Rolls Royce that he had recently bought crashing due to the brakes being faulty. And then we gonna add on top of that on the scene of the accident, the police cited Teddy again for suspended license and reckless driving. This may be why Tanika says Teddy basically begged her to stay with him and not to let them beat him, because he was horrified that if he was left alone, that's what they would do.
They got us out of it, and I was thinking maybe I can get away from here. But when I got out, Teddy whispered to me, he said, "Don't leave me. Don't let them hurt me." And I was like, who is they? It was like a fear came over him. I don't know why he said it, but it kind of made me nervous too, like, who wants to hurt you?
And it only gets worse, y'all. So a few years after this, Teddy gets in another car accident in his specially equipped van, this leaving him in critical conditions. Teddy went through a brief period of depression, but he did continue making music. As far as he and Tanika, after the accident, they did not speak until 2002. Tanika says much wasn't said between the two, but it was the closure that they both needed.
Now, you know what, Perp? Now, with what she said, right? If it's true, the fact that he had filed with the police department and everything for them, I guess, did she, if I heard it right, I think she said for harassment and everything from the police department.
Yep, that's what he
And
said.
if he was suing them and everything,
That's
I
right.
can believe that they could have possibly had something to do with that. Because remember the
Yeah.
other dude that we was talking about, and they had killed his brother, and remember, unalived his brother, and then remember they ran him over.
They ran. They sure did.
And
Yes.
then didn't tell
Didn't tell
anybody
nobody.
or
That's
anything
correct.
because remember they had already did that to his brother, and there was a lawsuit. So I can believe that the police could have possibly had something to do with it. I believe that
Yeah.
if he was
I
already
believe.
suing them and stuff, it's a
Yeah. I
possibility.
believe. I believe it too.
Um,
Really believe it. I sure do.
and hey, if he was with a tranny and that's what he was doing and that was what he preferred, hey, whatever floats his boat,
Yeah, she was
that's
streetwalker.
whatever
Hey, I'm
on him.
apologetically calling. Hey, baby. Yes, she was a streetwalker, and like I said, it was three people in the car, but they, like I said, I don't know why they hiding. There was three people in the car,
Mm-hmm.
and also what made me look at this story is because the same thing what happened to the left eye car is the same
Mm-hmm.
thing happened to the Pendergrass car.
Mm.
Yeah,
And where was Left Eye at? She was in what country?
she was to go see Dr. Sebi, so wherever he was at.
Yeah. Okay, so she was on that spiritual retreat
Right,
thing that she
right,
was doing.
right.
Yeah, see, I don't know if the thing that happened with Left Eye was just a freak accident or something, because what was Left Eye? What was going on? I mean, she wasn't
She
suing
she
anybody,
she
was
was she
she?
was she, no she was just driving. Wasn't nothing wrong with the car. It was just more than her in the car, and they was
Uh-huh.
driving, and something happened to the car all of a sudden, and it overturned. And she was the only one that got unalive.
Did she have anything else going on, like as if to like was she suing like a record label, or did
Well,
she have
you
like
know,
something going on where they were?
her and her and P Diddy was into it. They didn't get along. They didn't like each other at all. And she
Mm,
owed David. They owed Clyde Davis and them all that money and everything. Yeah. That's what happened.
She was signed to Clyde Davis.
They was all in cahoots with, right along with Pebbles. Remember Pebbles?
Mm-hmm.
Remember she owned them at first.
Yeah.
She and they got away with ice, and they spent all the money up and put them into bankruptcy after that song called Waterfall.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
Well, look at everything that they were saying. You know, look at Prince. Prince. He was getting his masters and all that
Right,
back. Look
right.
at Michael Jackson. He had
Yeah.
owned. They wanted the Beatles and they wanted all those catalogs back, and they didn't
Look
want
at
him to
Wendy.
own that.
Look at Whitney Houston. They unalive her because
Uh,
she was going broke, and she wanted her masters and stuff, and they didn't want to. They man didn't want to give her masters and stuff. He was against all that. The
Yeah, a
Cameron
lot of
family.
different stuff. Yeah, you never ever know. Just like they said, first they was trying to say what's his name had something to do with Pac, because they said that he was trying to get off of death row, and he was going to get off of death row and go with somebody else. Look what happened with that. Then you have to think another thing too. Look at Nipsey Hussle. He was getting ready to do that whole thing on Dr. Sebi.
That's right. That's right.
There's
That's
just
right.
so many different
That's right.
things.
And they said Teddy Pendergrass car just ended up just like Left Eye car did. So he wasn't speeding. They had been tampering with the brakes. And like I said, they I guess he owed them too much, or it was something going on. Like Tori said, somebody was after him. Maybe he was thinking that he wasn't telling everybody, but somebody was after him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. I don't
Is
know.
that me? Echo. Is that me echoing? I turned my speaker off.
It's crap.
Oh, okay. Let
There
me
you go.
go on.
I put on mute. Shut this pal. Taurus said Mike Prince was ruthless with them people. They was. They were real ruthless with them people. Let's see. Let's get to this last video here. Let's see here.
Singer Teddy Pendergrass is in critical condition right now. He apparently lost control of his car and slammed into two trees.
Looking back over my years, I guess I shedded some tears. Donald, repeat after me.
Pendergrass.
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 Okay. Don't forget that, Donald.
Teddy Pendergrass.
First, the car started speeding up really fast. And I was wondering, is he driving?
Did we see that already? I can't remember.
Singer Teddy Pendergrass is in critical condition right now. He apparently lost control of his car and slammed into two trees.
Looking back over my years, I guess I shedded some tears. Donald, repeat after me.
Pendergrass.
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 Don't
I got
forget
it.
that, Donald.
Teddy Pendergrass.
First, the car started speeding up really fast. And I was wondering, is he driving fast? But he wasn't. It was out of control. And I noticed he was struggling with the wheel. And all of a sudden, I heard this great big bang.
There were 3 people in that car. Not 2. Uncle Teddy and the transgender woman was in the front seat, but there was another woman in the back seat. Her husband was an NBA star. Her husband's name was Julius Erving. And when the crash happened, the Sixers made sure that a fixer came to get Turquoise out and make sure that her name never made it to the press. And instead, they left Teddy Pendergrass to look like he was just some wild freakazoid that had lost his mind.
Teddy Pendergrass, the soulful singer who became an inspirational figure after being paralyzed in a car accident, has died at 59 following a battle with colon cancer.
Now you heard what she just said about the 76ers.
Yeah.
Julius
So
Erving.
I
And the
didn't know.
76ers.
I never knew what his wife's name was, but she was real pretty. Yeah, I remember. I remember that woman. Yeah.
Now, do you really think, Perp, that the NBA, the Philadelphia 76ers basketball team was in cahoots with that, what she just said?
Well,
No, I mean,
Oh,
I'm
I
like, why
can't
would she
hear
even
you,
be in the
baby.
car with Teddy Pendergrass? Why would she be in the back seat anyway? I said, no. I said, I don't understand why would she be in the back seat anyway, and why would the hooker be in the front seat anyway?
Yeah, I believe,
Yeah.
well, shoot, who knows? It's all weird, but one thing I do, I just can't see what she's saying. I can't put it together because she said that the Philadelphia 76ers in Irving's. Did you ever hear that they said that was Julius Irving?
This, this,
Uh,
this is my first time. This is my first time hearing it was Julius Irving
yeah,
wife.
that right.
Never
That
knew.
this my
I knew he
first
had a
time
pretty
too.
wife, and I never knew. I never knew what her name was. I always thought she was pretty, but I never knew what her name was. But yeah, I never heard. This is my first time hearing that it was Julius Irving's wife that was in the
Yeah,
back. But I
I ain't
always
never
heard.
heard that. What
I've
happened to
always heard.
Cassandra? Oh,
Oh,
Cassandra.
probably fell down. But I always heard that it was three people in that car though.
Mm.
This is my first time hearing about it was three people in the car. I've always heard that it was three people in the car. And you
Okay,
see
so
how
where's the other person at?
they said it was Julius Irving's wife. That was a third person.
Okay,
She
so
was a
the
third
third
person.
person was supposed to have been Julius Irving's wife. Now, so you mean to tell
Right.
me
And then she said
that
the
that
76ers came
accident
along
that
and
so you mean to tell me nobody knew that this lady was in an accident with Teddy Pendergrass and just the whole everybody just like kept it hush hush, like nobody, no friends, no family,
I've
no
never heard
neighbors.
nobody saying that I've never heard nobody say she went to the hospital for
Yeah,
no
right. Yeah, think
accident.
about that, Perp.
Uh, uh,
Think about
I
what
ain't never
she's
heard none of that.
saying. And it would have been
I
all
ain't-
over the news. It would have been especially on sports TV and all that. Like, I mean, if you really think about what she's saying,
But you got to
that's just
remember
me.
who
Like I said, we
you
gonna
got to
agree to
remember who these
disagree,
people
but
are.
she
You
full
got
of
to remember.
shit.
I mean, if that Clyde Davis man had something to do with, you got to think about it now who these people are and how far they go to keep things quiet. But I just
Yeah,
don't
but
with feel
there's
like
no way, Perp, it can stay quiet from Clyde Davis, let's just say, from Clyde Davis to the NBA, to the friends, family, neighbors. That's
huh?
too many people to keep quiet. That's like me going and shooting somebody in front of the whole darn neighborhood and nobody not say not one word. Or if I do it by myself, I mean, somebody gonna say something. And like you said, she didn't go to no hospital, none of her friends, family, neighbors, even people that hated her, that was cool with her, and then turned around and became a op. Nobody said anything ever. Oh,
No,
Perp, I just
I've
can't
never
believe
heard.
that love.
I've never heard anything about it. Um, Nothing, But like I said, I didn't even know that Marvin Gaye and Pendergrass had an affair. I never knew nothing about that until today. I never knew that they even messed around. And things I found out about Marvin Gaye that I just couldn't believe about that man. That man, he was damn near one of them people, girl. He was just wasn't a man pick my man to marry with kids. To say that, but I
Right.
just believe what the documentary, and this was a documentary that I watched, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot that went on with Marvin Gaye, but uh,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just
The documentary, it was made, what? Was it made by family, or
I
did
can't
they
remember.
have people talking in it?
Yeah,
Was it,
it had people talking in it. Yeah, it's been so long ago.
did it
It had
have his family members in there talking and agreeing with it, or was it just other people?
It was just other people, Clyde Davis and all about the industry. It was about something about the industry.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I mean, they say that Clyde Davis, though, I'm gonna be honest, they do say that Clyde Davis is a dirty nigga, and they said that other one too, the one that was married to Mariah Carey, that he made her supposedly marry him, the other music producer. So, it's a possibility, you know, of anything happening, just like the guy that Weinstein, his
Weinstein, right?
what he was doing, that's been going around for decades and everything in the movie industry. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, when you just hear something out
Yeah.
of nowhere and nobody ever talked about it, and it's coming from her, but nobody else has ever said it, mentioned it, or anything. And the only thing that bothers me,
Mm.
Perp, if she has no receipts. And she's been lying for years saying she's got all these receipts, but never produced one. You don't
Yeah,
find that kind of odd? I mean, we're over here as
maybe.
content creators. You know good and well if we got a recording on somebody,
Yeah,
if we got messages or pics, and that can make everybody know that all she have to do is show the receipts, and then everybody will see that she's telling the truth, right?
right,
Wouldn't you do
right.
that? You would
Yeah,
put it all out there so she would shut people up and people know
but
she's telling the truth. But she's
but
never have.
but I do believe her on majority of things that she say. I believe her because it adds to me. It just adds up, and then
Right.
we somebody think, but but no, but like you said, but I do like you said. There's never been any video, no paperwork has been shown, but just her talking about what has happened. Now,
Well,
it,
but she's saying she's got it though. So if
right,
she's lying about receipts and she's lying about video and audio and messages, if she's lying about that, I can't believe anything she's saying because she keeps saying, "Oh, I got the video. Oh, I got the, audio, or oh, I got this and I got the recording. I got the paperwork." So if she haven't produced anything and keeps saying she got this stuff, I can't believe her on anything because a lot of stuff she says too doesn't make any sense to me.
I might need to interview Jaguar Rice. I get to ask them deep,
Hey,
go in real damn deep to see what the hell going on. You understand me?
hey, Perp, I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, I might
You
need.
know,
Yeah, I might need to do her interview now and
I
get her
can
the real
find out.
damn questions. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
it might
find out
be
how to
good.
get in
Yeah,
contact with her. I mean, she did the interview. She did an interview with Skull,
yeah.
VS, um, who I think Fifi. Didn't Fifi have Jaguar right on hers?
No, I think it was VS had on her
Yeah,
panel.
she had her in Skull.
Yeah,
Had her, and I think it was
yeah.
Fifi. It was somebody else too.
Say what,
Can I
What you
come
pal?
in
say,
on this?
baby?
Yeah, come on.
If 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 I say I got all this information and I know people at me and I know they in high places, why would I show what I got? That's my ace in the hole. That's what I got in the safe. She sit there and she told it. I watched the live Instagram of hers where she said, "Sean Carter, I got the scars for sure. I'm still showing," and she pointed to him. If you don't, it's like playing poker. You don't show your whole hand. If you got these receipts and stuff, you hold them till you need them. That's the
I
reason
know,
why they not
Cassandra,
messing
but
with
she
her.
said she's been having all these receipts and recordings and everything for years that
Why
she
would
don't
she put
show.
it out in
She
the?
can't
Why would
show
she put it
one
out?
thing, not
Why?
one thing to show that she's not lying.
Why? She got on Instagram and said she showed the picture on real life street stars of her and Jay Z together. She got on
Right,
her
right, because she
Instagram
used to
live.
sing background.
No, that's when they were young, before Jay Z was even anybody. And she
Oh,
told
okay.
that
She's
if
from New
you
York
listen,
too.
if you watch all the interviews she did on Real Street Stars Live and then go back and
Uh-huh.
scroll her Instagram, she tell it all. It makes sense. And that's just like if I got something on you and I'm holding your feet to the fire, you ain't coming to me. You trying to kill me to shut me up.
Yeah,
Cause you
but not just
evidently
not Jay Z,
when
but
why
look
would
at
you try
everybody. She said about look at everybody. She didn't talked about
and
probably about 100 people. How does she
and
know all this stuff?
oh and she was in the music industry. She was
Yeah,
in
but
there. And
no, she was in the music industry.
everything she said, Orlando Brown said it also just in a different way.
But look at okay, but look at
And
like right
Orlando
now.
Brown was
She's
an
talking
actor.
about recent stuff that happens, and she haven't been around the music industry and people. I'm talking about. Look at all the even recent stuff that she talks about. How would she know any of that? She ain't
How
at
was
any
she?
of these parties or
If she was in the music industry, she said she got the footage. Why would she not be at the parties? If she got connect, why would she not be at the parties?
Jaguar, right? I'm talking about not way back then. I'm talking
I'm
about
talking about now. If she got the
yeah.
connect, why would she be?
Oh,
Why would she not be at the parties? If she got the connect,
yeah, but she hasn't been at not one party.
how,
She said they remember she said the reason why she don't go because she said they black ball her out of the
Blackball.
industry. But she
Cause
ain't
she
been to
telling
none of
it.
the
Cause
white
she
parties.
telling it. Cause she telling it and was probably telling it then wouldn't go along with it. She went as far as to say who sent the dude that they sent to get her, gave her the
Hmm.
tape of what he did to her. She told the group, but she didn't say which one of the dudes in the group it was.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
And then
we
all of a
gonna
sudden
agree to
that
disagree.
particular
I
group
don't
ain't
believe
singing no more.
anything Jaguar Wright say. I don't believe her.
I do. I believe everything she's saying because everything she done said that came to light.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I just have a problem with a lot of the stuff that she's been saying and has said. And
But
then, a lot of times she say,
everything she done said that
I was
it came
there.
true.
Huh?
Everything she done said that came true.
Well, everything she said came true.
Everything she done said that came out.
Oh, well, I don't know.
She talked about
What did
that.
she say that came out?
She talked about Diddy and Cassie 2 years ago.
Yeah, but you know that they have been talking about Cassie and Diddy and abusing them. His old bodyguards did interviews. I'm talking about back then. I mean, they've
And
been
she
talking
did
about
the
how
old
dirty and
bodyguard,
nasty he is
Gene
forever.
Deal. Gene Deal was the bodyguard that told it. She did an interview with Gene Deal on Live Street
Yeah,
Stars.
not just Gene too. Remember, there was other ones too that been saying that even
Gene Deal
before
was the head
Danity
man.
Kane.
He
Remember
was the head
Danity Kane
bodyguard.
when he did that show? What about 10 years ago? Even way before that, they were talking about him and being abusive and being gay. Girl, they've been talking about him forever. Do y'all remember Danity Kane when he did that show?
Oh,
Danny Kane. I don't know who he. No, I don't even know who he is.
Yeah. Remember when Diddy did that
okay.
singing show in New York and he had them people walk to get the cheesecake
Oh
and
yeah,
everything? And Danny Kane was the name of the group
yeah,
of
yeah,
them girls. Like even before they came out, he did this show about maybe 10 years ago.
yeah. I remember
Might have
he.
been longer, but they've been saying stuff about Diddy and everything that they talk about now. They've been saying this for this man forever. Remember, they were even blaming him for the unaliving of Pac. They have been talking about that for over 20 years.
Yeah, but we come to find we know that he had nothing. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing to Pac. They wasn't none of him though. There wasn't none of him. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do that.
Yeah, I don't, the guy that's in there right now for it, and he, said like, he put money in on it, whatever. He said he had the receipts. I ain't heard nothing else about him either.
Hmm.
But the one that's locked up, because he told
Yeah.
it when he did an interview. He basically told on himself that led to his arrest.
Well, Tori said my baby mama know him. She said some interesting things. Oh, really, Tori? Hmm.
Hmm. I seen Tori's baby mama. I think wasn't she in a Jay-Z video?
She was in somebody. She was in
Tori, your
somebody video.
ex-wife?
Was
Yeah,
she
I
in
think I
the video,
seen.
Tori?
Yeah, Tori's ex-wife. I've seen them videos. She was in. Wasn't she in a Jay-Z video?
Oh, I don't know. That's a question, Tori. Was she in the video? Let's go to this commercial right quick.
Yeah, I seen. Go ahead, Park.
Okay.
They not like us. I took a pocket to pull. Hey, they not like us. I took a pocket to pay. Take it for hey. You a rapper, young whippersnapper. You ain't been through nothing. Have you ever had to leave the studio cause your sugar got low? I got gout in my pinky toe. Hey, did you hear what I said? I took a pocket to pop. I got gout in my pinky toe. You a rapper, young whippersnapper. You can't be me. I got a bad
Hey.
every 30 seconds, I got to be. Hey, I see you trying to date these women. Hey, I see you trying to date her. They don't want you. They want an old school, cause I change your alternator. Hey!
Let's go. I like that.
He
I
getting down.
definitely like that.
That
Girl, I'm
whippersnapper.
telling you, we're coming back. West Coast is coming back, baby. Even there's this guy that's from my neighborhood, and his name is Willie North Pole, and he had this song called "Body Marked Up," and Ludacris was signed. I'm gonna send it to you later. Well, he's back to just did a new song recently, so trying to
So
put Arizona on the
yeah,
map.
he said, yeah, now my wife Jay-Z video, It's All Right. Okay, he did the video called It's All Right. Okay.
Yeah, yep,
What she was in.
yep,
Okay, yeah. Tori said
yep.
she was a video vixen back in the day. Okay, Tori.
Right, yep,
Right.
yes.
Tori
He was a video.
had him
Yep.
Tori had him a booty shaker.
Yeah, he did. He had him a video vixen. Let's go. Hey, hey. Well, just as long, Tori, she wasn't that one girl. What they call a superhead.
Oh
The
yeah.
one video vixen that had slept with every single what you call. They said that.
Compliment, yeah.
You remember her? Remember they
Yeah.
said that they would put her on the tour bus and
Yeah.
she would suck
She did.
everybody up in the whole bus.
Everybody wanted her. Everybody till she got this stuff. Everybody wanted her. Yeah. Yeah, she was
But look
hot.
at that. No, not her.
Not her.
Superhead, the one that sucked up everybody on the tour bus. Uh, a life of a video vixen. I'm gonna have to send
She
you
the one
that.
came out.
Her.
And when she the one came out with the book, did she come with a book?
Yeah, not the one that ended up getting the
Okay, I just like that. Yeah.
HIV. Yeah,
Yeah.
not that one.
Yeah.
The other one that had the book. Yeah, and she put in there
Yeah.
all the people she had slept with,
Girl.
and she
And
used to
see,
suck them all off on the tour bus.
I don't know if I want. I won't want to be no video vixen or nobody just into the industry like that.
Heck
Not
no.
that way. Not that way. No way.
Yeah, and a lot of them say before all the women that wanted to be, rappers and stuff like that, that they, had somewhat respect for them. Now they say you got to sleep your way up there because I can't see what you call it, trying to sleep for a contract like back then we had MC Light. I don't see it.
Yeah.
What's her name? Queen Latifah. She wasn't going sleeping with everybody. But now you
No, they
got people
wouldn't.
like Sexy Red,
They talk
like the
bad about
Cardi
her.
B's, yeah, and
Yeah.
all them sleeping themselves into the industry. But back then, yeah, I couldn't see no MC Light. I couldn't even see like no Missy Elliott, none of
Yeah.
them
Yeah. Yeah.
being a
Yeah.
pass around.
Did you know Carly B was pregnant again?
You know what? I figured she was because in the show that she just did, I think it was the BET Awards. Yeah, she had that big old black T-shirt on.
She's pregnant again.
It figures.
Much love to them, honey. But but I don't know. At first she was trying to leave old boy. But now I turn around, they wasn't doing too much leaving because they were doing a whole bunch of sex and X and going on because
Okay.
she pregnant.
Yeah, he had, girl, let me tell you what he did though. I couldn't have taken him back. I could have took him back if he was just out there being a hoe, whatever.
Okay.
But the point of the fact that he was being a hoe with the girl that Cardi B almost went to jail for, that she got sentenced for. Remember the girl that she beat up at the bar?
The bar, right.
Remember,
Got in
girl,
trouble
do you
for
know
that.
he went to sleeping with her? Like, if you gonna sleep with somebody, okay, sleep with anybody, but why would you sleep with the op? Like,
Right.
that was stupid. Knowing that she almost went to jail and everything behind her, you gonna go sleep with the op?
Yeah, girl, and then I'm thinking that she is the breadwinner of her household too. That's probably also why he holds on to
Yeah,
her too. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah. I
Yeah,
just can't
she
see
not.
it.
Yeah, he ain't
Like,
popping like that. I think she's
yeah, a
popping.
man is gonna do what a man is gonna do. I mean, I don't care if a woman hollers, scream, kick. You can't do anything. You cannot stop a man from going and sleeping with another woman. It's
You
just
sure
really
right.
impossible. But I feel like this. My feeling is, hey, if you gonna do it, don't bring no babies back and strap up. Cause if you
Yeah.
bring me something back, I'ma kill you.
But you know what? I'm glad you said that right. Hold right there. This is what happens when a man say, she might say, well, I want some time to myself, and they go out and they go out and start meeting people, start having sex with people, and then bam, somebody end up pregnant, somebody end up with something, and they end up back together, and then from the find out what they got this ABCs or she's pregnant, whatever. But then you can't say who gave you what because you both of them went out and slept with other people because you wanted that break. It's not good to take a break in a relationship. Take a break in a relationship. That means somebody's gonna go out and cheat. Something's gonna happen in between. And I feel like ain't no need to get back together. It's gone about your business. That's how I feel. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
You right,
What
Perp. That's
happened?
why I say they gonna do it if they with you. If you take a break without you, like I
Yeah.
said, don't bring no kids home. You know what I'm saying? And strap up. I would
Mm-hmm.
rather know about it than a man sneaking behind my back and doing it and having babies behind my back and not wearing, protection and
Yeah.
all that and bring something home trying to sneak with it.
Hmm.
Let a bitch know something.
Right. Don't be behind the doors and like you said, be upfront. That's why
Mm-hmm.
sometimes now um being in a relationship or being married, I'm just say being married. Being married, they put a big label on that right now. I feel like I don't know. I just think marriage is just they put a big label on as far as right now. Maybe not. It might not been like that in the old days, but now right now
Right.
they making it out more than what it really is. Because people that I know, or the young people that I know, that done got married, they done been into
Mm-hmm.
he cheating or she cheating or they been cheating or something been going on. I mean, it's something. So I feel like right now marriage is really being overrated right now. But back in the
I
day,
think I
it
think
was
you're right, Perp. Let me
yeah,
ask you a question though, Perp. Let me just ask and give you this quick scenario. Now we know a lot of men cheat. Not every single man, but a lot of them cheat, right? So if you
yeah.
have a man, right, and he's up front with you, you're up front with him, y'all have, open communication, and this man, may go out and get him a little piece, here or there, and you can tell him, hey, let me know, be honest, and he be honest about it. But on top of that, he's taking care of the bills. He's paying all the bills. He's paying the house note, giving you money, taking care of paying for the car. So what if he's, financially taking care of you and y'all have a communication about maybe every once in a while he'll go get him some. Would you be okay with that? Cause
No,
a
I
broke
wouldn't be.
nigga gonna cheat too. I go ahead.
I wouldn't be okay with that. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't even
You
be okay with
wouldn't?
that.
Hell yeah. I'm okay, look. So what if it's a broke nigga, right? And he over there cheating on you. What if a broke nigga is sitting up there cheating on you, nothing coming? And he ain't telling you, he ain't using protection, he ain't being open, he's sneaking around and he broke.
Yeah.
If you have open communication with that other person and y'all come up with some type of agreement and he's taking care of all the bills, you know
Well,
what I'm saying? I figure like this.
as long as I can do what I want to do, I probably can go for that.
Yeah, I'm sitting up here thinking to myself, like, look, if I'm gonna get cheated on or we gonna have some type of open, let me do it with a big old knot in my pocket and a nice knot inside the bank account and give me your credit card, so I could do whatever the heck I want to do. Sometimes I might be able to look a blind eye.
So it's more like pay like your way, right?
Hey, yeah, because they gon' if they gonna do it anyway, and then they're not gonna be honest with you about it, and they gonna sneak around and do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And ain't taking care of no bills or anything like that. I would rather have an open communication, with my dude, and like if you gonna do it, whatever, wear protection. Don't bring me nothing
Right.
back and don't bring no babies back. Cause most of them gonna do it anyway. And
What they
then
are.
you get called, yeah, they either get some phone calls or, what I'm saying, a text message might come through. So then you see all that. He had lied to you and everything out there doing that, broke and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather them be
Yeah.
open with me because there's been people out there that be sneaking around on their husband and wife, and guess what? Come back and
Hmm.
bring them home something, and they done got AIDS, and
You
now you
just
got a
said.
death sentence.
Amen. Amen. Tori said, I wasn't paying no bills and taking care of things, but I was faithful because I knew the woman I had was solid, and I didn't do nothing out of line. All right, now
That's
Tori,
amazing, Tori. That's
he's a
good.
good man.
But all men ain't like you, baby.
Hmm. Hmm.
They
Hmm.
not,
Hmm.
baby. There's
Hmm.
some rare ones out there. You know what I'm saying? There's some rare ones. Even when me and
Very well.
Delian, when we first got into our relationship, the very first time, Perk, I told him, I said, look, uh, do whatever gonna do to my man. What I need to do all that for, man. I have you and then once I got pregnant, of course, it got, serious and
Serious,
all
right?
that stuff. But before
Right.
then, you gotta think this man is 11 years younger than me. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, he's a not bad looking dude. He's got an amazing, sexy ass body. And I'm like, hey, and he's 11 years younger than me. So I was kind of, like, expect, hey, go out and do it. But after I got pregnant, all that, nope.
That
If he ever come
was
to me with
it.
any of that, it was crazy.
That was
But
it,
then
huh?
after that, everything was good. And even look at us now. Now we co-parent. We
Mm.
like best friends.
Yeah.
And if we
Yeah.
want to get our rocks off, we will. And
Right.
but we best friends, and we got a great, friendship and co-parent. And my son is happier than ever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm
And
not going to be arguing with no dude or, trying to be worried about a person going through my phone and trying to
Ooh,
question me and
come
stuff
on now.
about no nigga, none of
Yeah.
that. No, I don't have time for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Don't go through my phone. And he used to have a really bad habit of doing stuff like that. Don't question me. Don't do that.
Yeah.
And,
That,
it's a little bit different now.
yeah, I would never tell dude, put on your pants and smell your I ain't gonna do all that. If I gotta do all that,
Ew, ain't
stay
nobody
where
got
you at.
time for that.
Mm-mm. 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 That's too much
Her.
work. That's too much work, baby. That's too much work.
Exactly.
Too much work.
Looking through a phone is too
I
much
don't need
work.
you. I
Questioning a
don't
nigga is
need
too
you.
much work.
Yeah, I don't need you. I don't need
I
you.
just rather us just
Mm-mm.
go and enjoy ourselves, maybe even sit at home. We ain't even always gotta go out to eat and spend money. Sit at home, get some darn popcorn and
Huh.
some snacks and cuddle up and watch a good movie. It ain't always gotta be about going out spending money or always gotta be about sex. Sometimes you just wanna chill. Back to the
Mm-hmm.
old school Netflix and chill.
Like TT said, the single life is peaceful. Yes. Yes. Have mercy. Ah.
Let's go, TT.
Mm,
And
baby.
whenever you
Mm,
want.
mm, mm. You can tell them come over, spend the night. I holler at you the next day. I holler with the I see you when I see you. That's the last word you gonna hear from me. See you when I
Yeah,
see you.
see, that's what I'm talking about now, y'all.
You
Like
know.
me, having a best friend I could call whenever. He could call me if you know what I'm saying? I love it like
Yeah.
this. It don't get no better than this. And then to, co-parent too at the same time. And I
Mm-hmm.
think I got all of both the best world of both of, you know what I'm saying? The
The
best of
good, yeah,
both
good
worlds.
world. Mm-hmm. I
I
say.
mean, I have it.
So, what's your thought on Wendy Williams? Do you think she's crazy? You think she's playing a role, or um, do you think she's is she really losing it, or what's really going on?
Um, I think she's lost it. I think that the years of her doing drugs, and
Mm-hmm.
then doesn't she have some type of mental something they said was wrong with her as well, and medically and the use of all the years of drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's gone. I don't an act not at all.
I think she's acting.
You think giving up all that money and her show and everything, you think she's acting in the predicament she in now?
Hell yeah.
Mm.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let me tell you why. I don't think
Mm.
anything wrong with her.
Huh?
I think she's playing a role. I don't think anything's wrong with her. I think she's playing a role. Like Orlando
Mm.
Brown. That's what I think. Yeah.
So, Perk,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I want you to think.
Let's check this
Now, this is what
out.
I
Remember,
think.
I am hip hop.
Hold on.
It's funny how when men get older in hip hop, they're still, well respected, well versed, Cool Herc, you know what I'm saying, and Red Alert, and the legends, KRS-One. You put me in there, and all of a sudden it's like, oh no, Wendy's a talk show lady. No. What do you say?
Well, he talked about the whole feminization of hip hop culture from the 80s on.
I think he's taking the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, I mean, he talked about how when we were younger, you were hearing your left ear, and that was considered straight, and hearing your right ear, that'd be gay, and then at one point, people started wearing both earrings, and what I mean?
And then they started wearing girl pants, and then they're wearing jeggings, and then, yes, it's very effeminized, but be very clear, there were lots of homosexuals in hip-hop back in the 80s, too. What's worse, hip-hop wearing skirts or hip-hop being closeted and having a plethora of kids to prove manhood that, and denial of something that you shouldn't have to deny, which is your sexuality. So I hear what Jamar is saying, but we come from a very homosexual era of hip-hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams. And she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day in my career, and it's all coming full circle now. So.
I'm sorry, not my watch. What was you gonna say? I'm sorry. What was you gonna say? I'm sorry.
No, that's okay, baby. But this is what I'm thinking about with the Wendy Williams situation. The reason why I don't feel that she's acting at all is because number one, they are taking her son through heck with going back and forth to court with the finances. And also, too, they just hired a team of people that have been robbing her, taking her money. She got a payee, right? So you got to remember, a total stranger over her millions of dollars. She didn't lost her place, had to move. And they have been financially draining this woman. Do you think that she would act and allow them to do that, even with all the people, the mental health people and everybody who she had to hire and what they doing to her son? You think that she would act and do that?
I don't think they're draining her money. I think she got her money put up. I think that Wendy Williams is hiding from something that's faking it for somebody. I believe that she has been threatened. I believe that she's been told she didn't keep quiet, whatever. And I believe that's what happened to her on her Wendy Williams show that made her lead a show. It has something to do with that. I believe all that.
But how do you do that? But how do you do that medically, though? Because when they did the testings and, all that and the disease that she got, and then also, too, remember, she had a really, really bad, serious drug habit, and still, they say she still does. So how do we equate all that into this?
They said she had drug habit, and they said she was an alcoholic.
Yeah, girl, she remember that she was doing so much. You remember Kevin started having sex with the other girl. Remember, had a kid with her and ended up leaving. All that. She could have had a nervous breakdown.
Kevin also,
he started falling apart.
He also tried to drain her bank account. He spending her money on that woman, bought that woman a house, and all that. He was spending her Williams money. And
did you know that also too that she? Yeah, you know that she started going downhill when she got divorced from Kevin, and he had and took that money and ran off with homegirl and had a baby. remember, Wendy really started going
Right.
down fast from that, and she could have been, messed up from that as well, and the drugs
Well,
and
she,
the alcohol, and everything, and just let herself go and just said the hell with everything because she said that was her whole life, Kevin
mm-mm,
and her son, and she didn't know how to function without it.
right.
So
But
I
I
think,
think
she
it was
started
good.
going down. I don't think that's the act, Perp. I think she really messed up and jacked up off of everything that has happened with the drugs included.
I,
That's what I think.
I think it's bigger than that. Let's check this out.
Uh-huh.
I was
Okay.
literally just reporting that there was something fishy about the release of Wendy Williams' diagnosis of having dementia and aphasia, and the timing of that was almost as if they were trying to discredit this documentary that's about to be released. Well, now, according to TMZ, it looks like Wendy's legal guardian, that's not her family, is trying to put a halt on the release of this Lifetime documentary. So according to TMZ, a lawsuit was just filed against Lifetime's parent company, A&E. They said a woman named Sabrina Morrissey, who says she's acting in the capacity as a temporary guardian of WWH, presumably Wendy Williams Hunter, just filed a lawsuit against A&E television networks, but she did it under seal, meaning the public can't peep what exactly she's running to court for. TMZ says there are a few clues that could indicate what this might be about, and all signs seem to point to some connection with the Where is Wendy Williams two-part documentary that's dropping on Saturday. They continue, they said that Morrissey, the Guardian, is also seeking a temporary restraining order in her action. Again, that's often the mechanism used when someone wants a judge to step in and halt the release of a film or television project. So this goes back to what I originally said in another video, that it's interesting timing that they released that Wendy reportedly has dementia and aphasia, almost to discredit this documentary and what's it going to share.
So it's back to what you just said. You said she had a guardian over her money,
Yep.
though, like you just said.
I was just getting ready to tell you about that too. The reason why that
Mm-hmm.
Guardian did not want to be released, and have that
Mm-hmm.
documentary released, because she didn't want nobody to know who she was. And like they were saying, this person
Oh,
not only has Guardian, but she's got Guardian over not just Wendy, but her money, all her finances, her moving. That's why
yeah.
she said, we gonna sell your place. They said she's been wanting that house in New York ever since she started making money, and she loves that place. And the fact that she had to leave it, she didn't want to leave it, but they said the money ain't looking too great. So yeah, nobody knows who this woman is. The family has never met this woman. It was just given to her, and they signed everything over to that woman instead of the son. So check this out. So when Kevin
Mm-hmm.
went there, they told him, she was in, I think, Miami, said, you better bring Wendy Williams back, to New York,
Right.
or we're going to arrest you, and, all that stuff. So imagine taking the money and everything, and he trying to take care of his mother.
Mama.
And they took everything from him and his mama and gave it to a person they don't even know, that nobody knows,
So that's
that
crazy.
just came from nowhere. Yeah, she didn't want that documentary out there because she didn't want nobody to know who she was. And if you see, she's doing a lot of sneaky stuff too on that documentary as well.
Do you think Diddy have anything to do with it? Do you think? Do you think Diddy play a part in it anywhere?
You know what? I don't know, but that's a good question. And that's a possibility
Talk about
because
it.
of the
Mm-hmm.
simple fact that her and Diddy had gotten into it because she was
Mm-hmm.
going to release a photo and everything. And remember, they kicked her out of the radio station because Diddy said, you guys won't play any bad boy music, or we won't have any
Mm-hmm.
dealings with you, if you don't get rid of Wendy Williams. And remember, they fired her.
Mm-hmm.
So that, hey, that's really good that you brought that up, Perp.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Let's check this out.
Possibility, love.
Possibility. Let's check it out. Possibility. Check it out.
When she put out those pictures of the dude pulling his pants down and it looked like some gay act that was going on, he got on the phone. He said, let me tell you this. When I get back to New York City, If she's on the radio station, he's talking to a radio executive. He said, nobody that I deal with, nobody that I know is going to do anything with y'all. No business at all. It ain't going to be no artist, no nothing gonna come. He's telling people that at a radio station. When we got back to New York City, Wendy Williams was in Philly.
We come from a very homosexual era of hip hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle.
I
just said that, didn't I, Perk?
Yep.
I just said that. Yeah, because that's what happened. And I remember that. And that was a long time ago. You know when that was? That was when she was with Charlemagne the God. That's how long ago that was. Yep, she was with Charlemagne.
And I believe Charlemagne was dirty. Charlemagne dirty, but I believe he was dirty back then too. It just went out there like that about Charlemagne.
Yeah, because Wendy put him on. Yeah, Wendy's the one that put him on. She's the one that grabbed him and put him in radio and stuff. And he was working for her, remember?
Yep. Yep.
So that's a good one. That's a possibility, Perk. Good question.
That's why I said, is she hiding from anything? That's why I said, is she faking it?
Yeah, I still don't think she's faking it, but I believe that she was threatened and they tried to blackball her.
They did. Remember
it's been 20-something years. But it's been over 20-something years. But remember, they couldn't have blackballed her. Wendy Williams had the #1 talk show for years. But I think they blackballed her then.
But at first,
a long time ago, but not now.
Not now. But at first, she couldn't get nothing. When she left the radio station, she couldn't get a gig nowhere.
Yeah, you're right.
Nowhere. Nobody would fuck with her.
Yeah, you're right, because of Diddy.
Nobody.
But then they quit messing with Diddy and they wasn't fooling with Diddy like that. But you're right. You're absolutely right about that.
And then she came back, and then she had, like you said, she did a talk show for years. She did it for a long time. Then she said she had a grave, what is it called, grave disease, where her eyes are real big or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I believe that he also may be a part of the reason why she playing like she playing. He may be still threatening her.
I don't think so. I think that stopped a long time ago when Wendy Williams became the #1 talk show. I think all that stuff was deadened. I think what's wrong with Wendy Williams is the alcohol, the drugs, and also too what she went through with Kevin, what Kevin, took that woman through. And remember, Kevin was like the executive producer, and he made all the decisions and everything. So she been with that man her whole entire life. He did that to her.
Even though they was getting divorced, I mean, they was whatever, she had a problem with Kevin, she still was doing the talk show. Like it didn't even
she was doing it, but if you notice, she was declining. And if you remember, Wendy Williams said these pretty much exact words. She said, "It's bad enough that this is happening to me in my real life, but for the whole entire world to know about it," she said, "that even hurts and cuts more. And people are, laughing about it, making fun of her and, dragging her." And she said she just can't handle it. And that was when, remember, she went into rehab. She went into rehab because she couldn't handle it, and then came out and she was sober, they said for about a couple of months. And then she went back to it and, started getting on it heavier than she was. So she did try, to get off of it and get her mind together. But, I can understand that, it hurt to know that he left her, took money, bought the woman a house. They had a baby together, and then her son, to lose his father in the home on top of that. So I believe she went crazy and lost it. And then the whole entire world knows about it. And they were dragging her about it.
I believe she lost it. I believe it was a combination of everything with the PD and her no longer being able to do the talk show because she liked to do a talk show. with the man divorcing her for another woman, the mother from the house and had a baby and spending her money, because he ain't doing too much of nothing. But yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah, I go
he
both some
was
league.
the yeah, he was the producer of her show. Remember Kevin,
Yeah,
he's the one that did everything, made all the things. So he lost his job, she lost
yeah,
her show.
yeah.
It was bad all the way around for everybody. And now he over there broke. Somebody broke.
He broke. Do you remember when they went over to when she found the address when they found out about the house that he bought for that woman? She went over and said Kevin loved Wendy or Wendy loved Kevin, one of them. But yeah, she put that on the garage. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, she put it on the garage. Yep. I
Yeah.
thought she put it on the mailbox.
She
It
put that
was
back
the garage.
on the garage.
Girl. Girl. Now that's petty.
Yeah, TT,
Right,
I keep
TT.
fighting for my money. Yeah, she put that on the garage. Wendy loves Kevin, something like that. Even Kevin loved Wendy. She put it on the garage where everybody could see it. The whole neighborhood could see it. She did that. But um,
Yeah, and they
I
said he
think
bought her a house around the corner where they live.
where they
That's
live.
that's
That's
even
right.
worse.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
like Delian to move it across the street, but we beefing. Can you imagine Delian living across? Now think about this, TT and Perk. Can you imagine this nigga living across the street with another woman
Hmm.
and a baby,
Uh,
and say I had money, millions, and I paid for it,
yeah.
and it was my money? Girl, can you imagine? You know that I would be in prison for murder. For murder. So
Yeah.
you know I'd be doing 25.
Good
You know
to
I would be
life.
for unaliving some people.
Yeah, because it's
Girl,
yeah. I just can't imagine just I'm working hard and when it was making way more than him. He was just
yes.
making scraps because of her
Yeah,
money.
she was
And
paying him.
yeah, and you spend my money on some female, a nice house with my money. Then you not bad enough. You bought this white house with my money, and then you go get her some ick, and then you get her pregnant. Now this would
Let's
be my
talk about it.
baby. No.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So you would be getting the electric chair too, right, Perp?
Right. So in my mind, I might just let you go ahead and stay with that woman because of the fact that means if I keep you, I want to play the stepmother role. I'm gonna be the one buying the clothes because God know you ain't making the money that I'm making. So the best thing was for her, I believe, was to get rid of that ninja. That's what I believe.
Yeah, well, she didn't get rid of him. Actually, he left her
Well,
for that old young girl. That
well,
young girl that was broke.
he did her a favor then.
Mm-hmm.
And now look at him, like you said, he broke, he need money, and she gone by her life. Titi said, nope, that's a woman, that is as nope, that's as a women, we gotta have our own and keep our heads on a swivel, and Pat voice, girl. Don't you start your head on a swivel stuff, girl. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
so you don't know what you know. Sometimes now my watch, you don't know what length you go to and what you may do when you go through things like that. You don't know how you
Yeah,
gonna react. You know what I mean?
you don't.
You
You
don't.
never know.
You just
You
never
know what?
know.
It's really crazy you said that because I'm gonna be honest with you.
Show this
I
to
was
you,
sitting up there thinking about with Isha and
girl.
Mr. Houston.
Let's
I
talk
was sitting
about
up
it.
there thinking now,
Let's dissect
imagine
it.
Mr. Houston walking into his house, with his
Dissect it.
wife and seeing
Yeah,
Brandon and her getting busy and he flash out and end up doing him. And what is that? That's a crime of passion, right?
it was crime of passion.
You never know how anybody could snap in
That's
any
right.
type of situation. They could
That's right.
snap.
That's right.
Some people are, can't handle that. And like me, I say, if I walked in the house and I seen my baby daddy, doing something with another woman or something, even though we ain't in a relationship, I could say to myself that I would just laugh and just walk out. But then I never know until it happens. I could liably snap. I
That's
can't
right.
say, I could say what I'm like, I know I'll do this, I know I'll do that. but I've never been in that situation. You
Right,
know,
right. You know
I
how you
could
might
snap.
snap.
Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
Cause Sonya
I
said number
never know.
one. Sonya said number one, my gang too tight for I wish a ninja would. I, when that and that's why
Let's
a
go.
lot of them come up with that prenup. In cases like that. You know what I'm talking about? That's why they get prenups. But
Right.
I'm not.
Cassandra, come back up here.
I'm not
Uh-huh.
gonna marry
I'm
no man with
sorry.
no pre. Okay, I'm not gonna marry no man with no prenup. I'm not gonna do it. They're just too much. And that's why it's always
Girl.
tell you, bro, you have your own money.
And yeah, and I'm gonna tell y'all, I would never ever get married again. I've been married twice. You know what I'm saying? The first divorce, and second, lost him in an automobile accident.
Right.
But, and me being a widow. And I'm gonna tell you, I would never, get married again because really, you know, the first marriage, he was a Jehovah Witness and he ended up, doing that, and that just wasn't for me. But the thought of like, having money, or signing money, or whoever have whatever money, I think that now you don't even need to be married anymore. I don't think that piece of paper
Hmm.
and that wedding ring and all that stuff really means too much. The only thing that's different to me with the marriage thing is if he passed away, like I get my husband's survivor's benefits, only because of that is really really important, especially if you have children or something like that, you know what I mean. And him
Hmm.
not being here, but that's important to be able to get survivor's benefits and have his property or own that. But other than that, I think it's overrated because people aren't, really giving much commitment to this stuff. They use marriage as a joke. They think it's a
Yeah.
joke and it's fun because back
Right.
then, look, our parents married 50 years, 40 years, and then even after that, uh, married for a while, at least have the father in the home, or now, girl, these people don't care. They go around having 10, 20 kids, eight,
Hmm.
9 different baby mamas, and just being disrespectful all the way around. These people don't care. And then they're going around giving people diseases and stuff. I
Yeah.
just found out that
Yeah.
Atlanta used to be number one with, sexually transmitted diseases and stuff. Did you know that
Yes.
Texas is number one now?
Texas. That's right. And Houston is the main
Yes,
source. Yes.
Houston,
Yes.
Texas is number
Yeah.
one now. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow. And you know how Atlanta is. They said it's a lot of down low
Yeah.
Negroes there.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
surprised, that Houston, Texas was number one now in sexually
Yeah.
transmitted disease and HIV and AIDS.
Who who's that peeping in my window? Pow.
Ah,
Nobody now.
Let's
who's
go.
that peeping in my window? Let's go.
I
Let's
just,
take it all the way back to what? 80s, 90s?
yeah. Yeah. I want to go back to what
Doom,
you said.
doom, doom, doom. Let's go, Cassandra. Doom, 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 doom. Doom,
You know about
doom, doom,
y'all know
doom.
about that. Hey, that was jam back in the day.
It sure was.
So
It was the
let's
jam.
let's go back to what you just said about the Miss Gal situation, Miss Isha Gal situation. My thing is this right here. I think that she a young woman, and I don't think that she done really just got all her being out there just kicking it out the way yet. That's how I think. I think that she got married on impulse. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like when she got pregnant and then she wanted to get married, I think that she didn't want to be having a baby and not being married.
Well,
Who is
I ain't
this
trying to take her
guy?
now
for
there's
her.
Who y'all
impulse
talking
perp.
about?
There's impulse perp
I
and
ain't
there's
trying to take her
impulse.
for her.
She
I'm
no, I know
Yeah,
that.
but I
I
ain't
know
trying to
that.
take her
But
for
she met the guy the very first night, right? And was with him at the hotel because remember, 88 was walking around naked. So met him the first night and had intercourse unprotected, within a few hours of knowing somebody. And then she got married to him. What 30? About 30 days later. That's just
right.
something that I myself wouldn't have went no course with that. You know what I'm saying? Like when after my husband passed away, um, when my husband died, I met my son's father, Deli, and I met him 4 years later. And I got pregnant about 8 months, into, our
Relationship.
relationship. I
Uh-huh.
just couldn't see myself having sex with a man I just met a few hours and having it unprotected and then turn around and marrying him, around 30 days later. I don't know nothing about him. I don't know nothing about his family. I don't know his background. I mean, she didn't have time to probably dox him or she would have known a whole lot more about him. But I mean,
I think
that's
she
just
just
not
did it.
my
I
course.
just think she just did it all just on an impulse. Just what the hell? Shit, I ain't got nothing else. I ain't got nothing else to do. I ain't married. No, ain't nobody else doing that right now. Why not? I mean,
But bring a family in though, Perk,
but
but
but,
bring a
but, but then when
bring a
she
baby
did,
into the situation. I mean, she could have waited
yeah,
for the baby at least a little bit. Yeah, go and marry the dude, whatever, on impulse. But you're bringing another life
yeah,
into
I just
here
want
and
to
look at
protect
and
her
look
from
how it's
that.
going now. And look at Brandon and look at all the crazy nonsense Brandon going around. People pulling guns out on him. He going crazy. And
That's the part. Now that part there, I think is all wrong. But you know, uh, so like I said, I feel like this. And it don't do down. You know how you be with a person, you might not like them that much at first, but then as you
yeah.
go on, you start liking them, your feelings get out into it, whatever. That may have happened with Mr. Houston case. You see what I'm saying? But so I feel like that she do love her husband.
Yeah,
That
but they didn't know anything about each other. Look, he's been cheating on her with somebody in Houston. She's been, going and having sex with other people and stuff too. I mean, look at the dangerous game that's being played. If they were at his house or another house, that's different. But they inside of that man's house. They're inside of his house. You know what I'm saying? With his children and stuff like that. He could easily be the went in there and killed. I mean, unalived. I'm sorry, unalive Brandon. You understand
yeah,
what I'm saying? That's a
yeah,
very dangerous situation
it
to put
is.
another person in. And
It
then he's
is.
over there beating on her and stuff. And they talking about her face was all messed up. And I mean, he's over there abusing her as well, cheating on her, abusing her. They say, I'm just saying what they say.
But my
She's
thing
doing
is,
the same thing.
I don't think he just now started abusing her. I think he been abusing her. That's the case. Somebody just started abusing you all of a sudden, unless they been doing it the whole time.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. When you don't know anybody and you marry them so fast and so quick and have a baby with them, she needed a little bit of time. I mean, it's okay. She can do, what she like, but that just wouldn't be my course to take.
So
I
how
just
long did it
wouldn't be
take you to
doing that.
marry? How long did it take you to marry your husband? Not on my watch.
Let me see. Met him 17. About a year and a half.
Mm. How long did
And
it take you?
that was my first.
Oh, your
That was my
first.
first. And
Oh,
then second, remember
oh,
he's from, the neighborhood and dealt with my brother. So I knew him for a while. So I didn't marry Devin until about maybe a little over a year and have been
okay.
knowing him forever.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
How long
these weren't people I just met
you
at
been
some
knowing? Yeah,
club or
yeah. You
anything
been knowing
like
for a
that.
while.
No.
Right. Right. How long did
And
it take you
he,
to get married,
remember,
Cap?
I was telling you, he had been cool and friends with my brother, from growing
Oh,
up.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, known him forever.
Yeah.
And
So
that was
Cap,
really my soulmate. But he's
Cap,
up
how
there
long it
with
take you?
God and my mama and everything. But yeah, that was really my soulmate.
Teacher said that marriage won't prosper because they aren't putting God at the head of the head of the union. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
How
you're
long would
right,
it take you,
TT.
Pap?
My with my first husband, I knew him about a year and a half before I married him. I met him when I was 16, 15. I actually was 15 when I met him, and I married him when I was 17.
Okay.
Okay.
And my second husband, we was together 5 years before we got married.
Oh
Okay.
wow. See, that's even
Mhm.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. So Cassandra, let me ask you, would you meet somebody, at a club and have intercourse with that person within a few hours unprotected and then marry him 30 days later?
Well, and I wouldn't do that. But in today's society, these youngsters don't know no better. That's the thing to do if they see money.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Cause and then they say he doesn't even really have any money. But what's crazy to me is, get a chance to know somebody, because maybe she would have known that, hey, this guy is a cheater. Hey, he does have another female in another, city, and he is an abuser. Maybe if she could have been there long enough to talk to the ex-girlfriends or the ex-wives, and
Mm-hmm.
they could have probably been saying, hey, this man is a woman beater, or,
But
could have even
in
looked him up and see if
these
he's been
kids
arrested.
nowadays, they don't know no better. They don't know no better. They don't know no better. Ain't nobody telling them that. They don't know no better.
Yeah, you right. You right.
They
That's
don't know no better.
unfortunate.
They have to find number one, they don't listen.
No,
Even
they
when you
don't.
they don't listen, but if you tell them in the right way, they'll hear you. And she might
Mm.
would have known, even if she chose to have sex with him the night she met him. She knew better than that, number one, anyway. That was her choice.
Yeah, it was. And then what was even crazy about it, Cassandra, not only but she was in the hotel room with her friend, with 88, and 88 was walking around naked and stuff. So imagine you in the bed doing what you doing, and your friend is just walking around completely naked while you there doing what you doing with dude that you just met. Like maybe if she wanted a threesome or jump in or something like that. But to me, that's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, they don't
I'm
know any
picturing,
better.
all I can see is youngsters in my head because I know they stupid enough to do stuff like that. We didn't do stuff like that.
Yeah, and they not even really all that. I don't know how old really Ishi is, but what, 88's what? Uh 30
Mm-hmm.
something.
Third song.
Dirt, yeah, 30 something. And I think Isha older than that, because Isha got a
Hey, TT.
19-year-old, she got a 19-year-old son. Hey, TT baby.
And
She got
this,
a
this
19-year-old
what I'm
son.
trying to figure out. I was trying to figure out who y'all talking about. But if she that old and you whatever, if you pass 25, the choices you made them. Now you want to play victim because he over there whooping your ass. Now you want to play victim because you chose to have sex with him unprotected the night you met him. Now you
Yep.
want to play victim because he cheating on you. You slept with him the first night he met you. You was nothing to him.
Cassandra in the back chat. That's exactly who I'm talking about in the back chat. But yeah, you right. That's what happened.
You
Yeah, they
gotta look
got.
at it from outside. You gotta look at it from outside.
Right.
Cause
I just couldn't.
after you get a certain age, especially a woman, after you get a certain age, you got to realize some of the choices you making, even though you young, you still know right from wrong. Some of the choices, especially a woman is sexualized. If you ain't learning at home, you learn it in the streets. The
Yeah.
choices, if you choose to sleep with that man and you just met him unprotected,
Yeah.
come on now, that was the first mistake.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
See, babe. See,
What
the
happened
thing,
to TT? Uh-huh. Go ahead.
the thing is, the thing they doing today. Our parents weren't open to like what they doing today. Kids' parents now is open. They see what their parents doing, so they just feel like they can do the same damn shit too.
Yeah, and the world telling them they can do what they want to do. They tell them they can say they're a girl or a boy, and they know they're a girl and not a boy.
Yeah.
Hey, TT.
Hey, TT. Look in the back chat. Hey, TT, you back with us?
Yeah,
Hey,
probably.
TT.
Yeah, her phone might be messing up again. These phones is
Bad.
crazy. And y'all know we've been melting here in Arizona. And y'all, it done got so bad now. It's up to 300 something people here, y'all, in Arizona that done died from the heat.
Okay.
And it just keep going up. And they said it's gonna beat last year. Last year we had 697 people.
Ooh.
697 people per died last
From the
year.
heat.
Yep. last year because of the heat. And they said we're going to beat those numbers this summer.
That's bad. I hate that.
I
I,
hate it too,
I hate it.
Perk, because it's just sad that, people are just dying because of the heat. It's like natural, uh, air and natural wilderness and, that outdoors. And to be able to step outside of your home and die because of,
For the
the
heat.
elements is
Yeah,
just crazy to me.
yeah,
But people
yeah.
know that they got to stay, hydrated. They shouldn't be staying out that long. And they be like, oh, black people need to get out there and get their vitamin D. Let me tell you, that vitamin girl can go on somewhere because it is too hot for any Negro to be outside
Yeah,
in 120-degree weather, Perk.
I know it. I ain't going. I think worry about me. Hold on a minute, cause I ain't going. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, y'all. We back, y'all. Hey, Round Table, how y'all doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. So, hey, TT, where y'all go to? Oh, TT says thunderstorming. Where she at? Oh wow, TT, y'all got bad weather. Hmm. I hate that. But yeah, we talked about Teddy Pendergrass. We talked about Wendy Williams. We know over here when you come here, we do give our knowledge. We talk, we laugh, we cut it up. We don't, we just do what we do. Hey, Pep, you back? Okay, you back, Pep?
Mama said.
But so yeah, y'all. So over here, like I said, you come over here, you gonna get some knowledge. We
Yeah.
put our knowledge over here. You ain't gonna leave here without no knowledge. I bet you that. Not from over here anyway. Yeah, TT having some bad weather. Where she at? My goodness, woo, girl, all right.
What's going on with TT?
Why something wrong with the Wi-Fi? The bad weather. Where she at?
Yeah, it's been bad everywhere, y'all. Like if we ain't beating the heat, they having hurricanes and stuff. Uh what you call it said over there in Chicago, they had some bad weather and they electric went out. Houston, they out there doing bad. Here, like I said in Arizona, y'all know you can see in the news and stuff that people's mini blinds are melting and stuff and all these
Yep,
hundreds of
yep.
people that already died. But I
Mm-hmm.
blame that on these people because these people moved to Arizona and thinking they know like the heat with humidity is completely different from pure dry heat. Dry desert
Right,
heat, people don't
right.
get it and understand it. It's a different type of heat than it is in the west or the south or the east. And people take Arizona heat for granted and then they end up in the hospital or dead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wish these people would stop moving here to Arizona and thinking they know or they can do this summer heat. You got to be almost
Yeah,
born in
yeah.
this
You
stuff.
do. You have to be born because when I moved to Florida, girl, when I first got there, girl, I could even hardly catch my breath. The heat was so different than the Texas heat. I I, I almost died. I'm like, oh my goodness! It was just
Yeah,
it was dry. It was like it just took my breath away. I'm like, what kind of heat is this? But I just knew that it was different from Texas air, from the Texas weather. But yeah,
yeah. No
no,
humidity or any of that. Yep.
yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Yeah, it's bad, real
I
bad.
mean, in Arizona, even the grounds, are so hot and everything. So we have a rule in Arizona that if you have your dog and you take your dog out, they have to have, shoes on. So, PetSmart and Petco, they give away free shoes and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, or if you have your dog outside, then you can be arrested for that as well. Even if they
Hmm.
have to, in order for them to be outside, they have to have a dog house. And then from the dog house, they have to have a, big, huge thing of water and stuff. And it can't be over certain degrees. But yeah, we could fry an egg on the ground.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, they will arrest you. If your dog is outside and you walking your dog without no shoes, you can get arrested.
Oh my! I remember back in the day, you know, this is how you tell you how the weather and the humidity done changed so much. Because when my grandmother had a dog when I was young, the dog was tied to the dang on tree with a chain. And he might have had a dog house. He might not have one. I know he had a little iron pot, a bowl, I think for the food, but um, back in the day, we used to tie dogs to the train, and the weather has changed so much from back then to now. You need almost a dog to be in a dog house or damn near in the house or air conditioning in his dog house or something. Because if not,
Yeah.
he gonna pass away or he gonna pass out.
Girl, yeah, I'm telling you, now it's a whole different ball game going on, and people and the Republicans keep talking about global warming is not real, and they
Girl,
saying
please.
it's just I mean, science don't lie, number one. And I mean, you could tell it just keeps getting hotter and drier. And I'm telling y'all, it is so ridiculous out here that they are just begging for more delivery people out here because people like me, I get my groceries delivered, food delivered,
Yes,
anything delivered, clothes,
yes. Hmm.
anything delivered. And they looking for more delivery drivers because a lot of people decided they don't even want to deliver stuff, here. UPS down here is looking for people. Amazon drivers is looking for people. Uber, DoorDash, because it's too hot. People don't even want to deliver. It's hot. Pay these people more money. If you want them to deliver in 120 degrees, pay
Ooh,
them,
yeah.
give them more money.
And a lot of heat, it was hot. It drains your body. Like it just takes a lot out your body. You got to keep that water in your body. You got to keep a lot of shade. I mean, and a lot of people is getting a lot. I seen people say they get a lot of sunburn, but you got to put that sunscreen on to
You
keep that
do,
sunburn
even if you're
away.
black. You got
Yep.
to put that sun. You know what I do, Perp? If I have to be out, because like you said, it'll
Mhm.
drain you. If I go out, then I'll be sleep the whole entire next day. But let me tell you what I
Yeah.
do. When I'm out here in the summer, you have to take at least 3 showers a day. When you come
Woo.
in, you know what I'm saying, from out that heat, you got to
Yeah.
take you, and it's got to be a cold shower because it's so darn hot. Then you go out, then you got to feel like you got to take another shower because you just stick in, just icky and just nasty. And sometimes in the summer, I can even not even go out, still take 3 showers a day,
Yeah. You got
you
you got
know?
got to keep your body right. Huh. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you got to keep your body right. And then um, I seen where they come out with this body deodorant for women's and stuff. They try, and I've been seeing. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of research. I be reading a lot, and I've been seeing what these women are saying that their body is not so fresh, and I'm like, why they body not fresh? They ain't washing their butt, and they not washing from them holes and stuff, but they got this new body spray. It's like it for your whole body, like it's like a deodorant. You can rub on your
Mhm.
skin, but you got to take care of your body in this heat. 'Cause don't nobody
Yeah.
want no funky woman. Who want a funky woman?
Well,
Nobody
that
do.
starts from the inside, and people don't understand that. Just like when people think that it's okay to constantly douche, and you know how with the women and stuff, they don't understand. Like your body has to be at a different, pH. It's got to be
Yeah,
right there at that 7 because the odor from your body comes with inside and then it comes out through your pores, of your body. This funk don't come from the outside and then the sun hits and then the funk. No, it's already inside of the body and it comes out. People don't
mm-hmm.
understand the odor goes from the inside to out. It's not from the outside
Yeah.
in.
You got to take care of
I
them
go.
bodies, ladies. I'm telling you.
Got to. Got to
You know
take
what
care
I,
of your body.
friend? You know what I do every day, don't you?
Yeah, more the grass. I know. I know.
I don't put no sunscreen on.
You don't?
Nope.
What?
You don't put no sunscreen on.
No, I
God,
don't.
Well, where how is the weather out there where you at though?
It's
Cassandra, you in
hot.
Texas too, right?
Yeah.
It's hot. It's hot. It's a humid hot. It's
Oh,
hot.
you guys got that humidity. Yeah. See. And you don't use no sunscreen?
Nope.
Woo, girl.
Ooh.
Girl, you better start
Cassandra
using that
used to
doggone
use a little
sunscreen.
bit of it, baby.
She better start using that sunscreen, girl. How
What
did you
I'm
be?
using sunscreen for? What I'm using sunscreen for? I worked in that sun for 5.5 years, almost 6 years. I use no sunscreen. I put all on my skin. I don't use no sunscreen. Only way I'm gonna get burnt, I gotta be directly in that sun for about 3, 4 hours straight.
Ooh,
Like doing,
girl.
if I go to a swimming pool somewhere like that with the water where it make you burn faster, that's the only time I get a sunburn.
Girl, I'll be out there with no at
I'm
that
not putting no
pool.
sunscreen on. Sunscreen ain't nothing but melanin I got in my skin. All I do is turn red. I get a tan.
Girl, I have to be up underneath something, even when we go out there and go swimming and stuff. I got to have some type of cover, shade, and be in the water at the same time. Girl, I be done
Cause that's
died.
when you burn faster. When you buy that water, people don't realize that
Yeah.
that
Oh no,
water heat up.
I know that too, but
That
ooh,
water
I
heat up.
have to
It'll
be
cool
because
you
it's
out, but
too
that water
dry.
heat up too from that sun, and it burn you just as fast. And that's when
Yeah,
most
but
people.
Cassandra, our heat is a little bit different from there. You got to be up in that darn water because it is dry and it'll drain your system so quick and your body so quick, girl. You will be done. That's why all these people is over here dying and stuff. And then
That's it.
people think just because you have, Gatorade or you have water, you got to keep hydrated and stuff. But
Yeah.
you still need more than, you know having electrolytes in your body. You need more than just that. You just can't be sitting up there beaming like that. Of
Yeah.
course, you still need your, electrolytes and, you still need all that, but still.
But men's can't talk because
Alexa.
men's have sweaty body parts and stuff, and but a woman, everyone. I believe, if you're a heavy set woman, you need to take at least have at least about 3 showers, 2 showers. If you're working, I'll say 2 showers. If you ain't working, at least about 3 showers a day, or perhaps maybe more if you're doing a lot of outdoor activities and stuff. But yeah, got to keep them body parts clean, ladies, because look here, it's too hot. This be smell
Girl,
like
some of these
oatmeal, these
fat
fish.
hoes in our sector, it be hot as heck, and they don't be. I seen a couple of people, a couple of these big ass hoes in our sector go live, have the camera on, and then they go live the next day or the day after that, and got on the same exact clothes that they had on from that live when they first cammed up, and they still got the same clothes
Yeah.
on 2 days later. I said, "Wait, what? Like you just had that on?"
Yeah,
So if you ain't
yeah, I've seen it before too. I've seen the same thing
Yeah, so
before
if you
too.
ain't changed your shirt or you ain't changed your bra and you got on the same shirt, bra, and everything, that means you got on the same drawers and you got on the same pants or shorts or whatever. So that means you just functified from head to toe. Some nasty assholes.
TT,
Ugh.
you read TT mess. She said it was a lady on Facebook on a rampage going off because a ninja went and hugged her and say his sweaty armpits on top of her forehead. She was mad as an SOB.
Ah, wait a minute. Can you wait? Can you imagine somebody being up underneath somebody's armpit, girl, in the summer?
No, I
Girl,
couldn't
I
do
be to smoke somebody. Now that'll give you 25 to life too. And people,
it.
but I would tell you, Perp, have you noticed in the summer Arizona how the crime rate goes up and it's a lot of murders and stuff? I mean,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Perp. Girl, I'm gonna make you have to throw this video out. I apologize. But you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But no,
yeah,
I'm telling you, Perp, the reason why the crime rate goes up and it's so high is because people really be, stressed and, tripping and on one because of the heat.
yeah.
Being that hot out there can make you mad. And I know because I've been in it before, and that heat will make you want to do something really bad
I
to
think I
somebody,
just get
especially when they
delusional.
messing
I
with you
think I
too.
I think I get delusional. I just start losing my mind. I start seeing three people when just one people person.
Yeah, no, perp. That's for real. That's what be happening for real, sis. You do. Girl, you lose your mind in this heat. And just imagine it's hot, it's 120 degrees, and you outside and somebody messing with you or talking crazy or, got an attitude problem. Girl, that'll make you do somebody. And that's why the crime is just outrageous in the summertime in Arizona. Because people don't have time to be tripping with nobody in
No,
120
too hot.
degree
It's
weather.
too hot. It's too hot.
Yeah, it's too
It's
hot.
too hot.
And you know what? I probably shouldn't even be saying this, but
Too hot.
I told I told my baby daddy, I said, look, it's too hot to fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
just be
too hot.
too, yeah, when it's cold, then I wanna curl up with him and have him keep me warm and stuff like that. I gotta turn the AC all the way down and make it feel like it's winter in here. Shoot, don't nobody be wanting to fuck in no summer.
Titi said that lady was in church with hugs. That lady said, church hugs for us. The lady said, I guess the church lady said hugs for everybody. All the rest of 2024, she wasn't playing. I wouldn't hug nobody else either. With stinking armpits on my damn head. Let me tell you, no, I wouldn't.
Mhm.
I wouldn't. And that's why I see me. I don't. It's a certain part of the year you're supposed to have a weight on you. A certain part of the year is not comfortable, and I'm sorry, a certain part of your weight is comfortable on you, and a certain part of the year is not. A weight is okay for the wintertime. I can deal with some weight in the wintertime, but when that summertime hit, when that first hit, the first 85 degrees, oh,
Mhm.
I can't take it. It's too much. It's too
Girl,
much.
the other day when you told me it was 85 degrees, I said if Perp don't get her butt up on out of here, and it was 118 the day you said, oh, it's hot and it's 85. I said, ooh, she get on my nerves.
I don't see how you do, but like you said earlier, you have to be born in there ordinary to handle it. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Me personally, I don't think I could handle that dry like that. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, don't you feel that when you was growing up, it wasn't that hot and it wasn't that cold when you was growing up? Well, it was
Mm-hmm.
cold when we was growing up. It was cold when we was growing up because we used to make homemade ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
We had one of those trons, and we go outside and get the ice cream out the yard, out the yard, and we get
Yeah.
the ice, and our grandmothers make homemade ice. This tron make us some homemade ice cream. That's the best ice cream was back in the
Turn,
day.
yep.
But now you can't make no homemade ice cream because dog poop is everywhere.
Yep. Yep. And not only is dog, do you remember Perp? I don't know if you did this, but I know we used to. You know how the old refrigerator and freezers were, and it had, that top
I
part,
know what you
and you
gonna
would
say.
scrape the ice. You know
And
how
then
you
the
scrape the
spoon,
top of
yes,
the ice?
yes, that was the
Now
best
that
ice
stuff will
cream.
make you sick, girl, and you be done died now trying to do that. But back then,
For
that
real,
was it. The scraped
yeah.
ice from the
That was
top
the
of the
that was
freezer.
that was the best ice with it. Not my word. That was the best ice.
Girl.
Yes, I just give me
Perp.
a
Now
cup.
tell me again if that was not the best freaking ice in the world. But
Yeah,
now they
yeah.
said there's all kind of chemicals and people getting sick and everything from doing that ice. I'm like, man, what is going on? And remember another thing too, Perp, when our family, when it used to be summertime, right? And after
Mhm,
school, right?
mhm,
Now, remember how we would be out there and we would be playing, right?
mhm.
And if we wanted
Me too.
something to drink, what would we do? Turn on the water hose, right?
We sure would and drink the
We
water hose.
drank from the water hose,
Water
right?
hose. Yep,
Perp
yep.
wouldn't know knocking on the door, wouldn't know
Nope.
coming in there and getting ice
Mm-mm.
water for you and your friends and all that.
Nope.
No. If
Nope.
moms is in there, they playing cards or,
Yep.
whatever they doing in there and drinking, you don't come in that house.
And they tell you, don't be coming in and out of my door. You come in here again, you gonna stay. And they
Yep,
make
you
sure
gonna
I
stay.
ain't going
Yep,
back
you gonna
outside. I
stay
ain't
in
going
here
back in
and
there. Yep.
let a
Yep.
fly get in the house.
Yep.
Let a
Yep.
fly
You
get.
sure
But
right.
yeah, we drank out of the girl. We drank and wouldn't none of that. Oh, I can't drink faucet spigot water like we call this. spigot water.
Yeah.
No, we was drinking spigot water. Mom wasn't going to the store buying water and
Bottled
all
water.
that too. We drank out the water hose. If we outside playing, don't we dare come up in that house unless we
We
had to
had the
go
water
to the
hose.
bathroom. And
Yeah.
sometimes them boys is peeing right on the side of the house.
Yep, my grandma too. We didn't go in at her grandma at my grandma's house like we wanted to, cause she tells you come in here, you gonna stay. Don't be coming in and out at my house. And so we
Yep.
knew if we went back in there, we gonna stay. So we always had we had chips. When we got thirst, we had, like I said, we went to the water hose at the water hydrant and got the water hose. And even because the water might have been hot, we still drank that water anyway. It was all right with us still. Like you said,
Yep.
we didn't have no filters back there in our water back then. We drank water out the hydrant. Now water so nasty out the hydrant. It's dirty. It water ain't no good. We had to buy water now because it's no good now. But back
Right.
in the day, we had water, baby. We had a good time.
Yep.
Titi said just go buy 2 bags of ice and grab a spoon and go to work. Titi said she don't be. Yeah, that's for your time though, Titi. They didn't have a refrigerator for you when you were born. They were way for you born, girl. Woo, girl.
Kiki, I'm telling you, girl. And then, like right now, we done got so messed up and jacked up and, got bougie. And I'd be telling Noah all the time, Noah, when I was your age, we did this or we did that. And he'd be looking at me like I'm crazy because, like, now we'd be like, oh, mom, before the ice maker here, we get us the crushed ice from, go and buy it from Sonic. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? That
Mhm.
perfectly round, delicious,
Yeah.
crunchy ice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because now this refrigerator makes the crushed crunchy ice, but the other refrigerator it made ice, but it made ice cubes. We
Right.
didn't have the crushed thing on the refrigerator. Now we don't have to buy no more, Sonic ice. But back then in the day, ask your mama to go to Sonic and get 2 bags of Sonic ice. She gonna be like, I'm a Sonic ice your head.
Titi said Sonic ice is $2 bag. Huh.
Yeah, but girl, that stuff be so
Mm-hmm.
crunchy, and then we put that
It done went
Kool-Aid in
up,
there.
baby.
Girl, we do not
Oh,
mess
Titi said
around,
y'all
cause
y'all ain't open up the fire hydrant. Titi said y'all didn't open up the fire hydrant on the street, letting the kids go splash and play because the water in the city not polluted. No, we didn't do that.
no, I'm gonna
We
tell
didn't
you.
play. We didn't have no hydrant open. Not where I'm
See, it's a
from.
little different here in Arizona because we don't have all that stuff like back east, how they have subways and, they be having the hydrants on the side and all that stuff. We have them, but we
Yeah.
ain't like,
Yeah.
would play in it and all that stuff. Like Arizona is built different. And you know how our houses are flat and you know how like some back east and what you call, apartments are in buildings and stuff like that. We don't have that here
Right.
because we just have flat desert
Oh.
land. Yeah, girl, when I
Hmm.
went back east and went to New York and Philadelphia and seen the way those houses were made up in the air and seeing they all close together, I'm like, where's people's yard?
Mm-mm.
I'm like, these
They
people
don't
don't have
have
a
yard.
backyard or they don't have no land. And I'm like, why are these houses put together like that? It was weird to me. I've never seen anything. And then I'm gonna tell y'all, when I went to my first third world country, when I went to Jamaica, I was like, they still are carrying donkeys, up the hill with water and stuff. Like all that stuff tripped
Yeah.
me out, y'all. It really did. And I just couldn't believe the way, like, like I used to be like,
Yeah,
dang,
TT
people
was smell
really
rusty,
lived
but
like this in
yeah,
the
it
old
smell
days.
rusty, TT.
Huh?
I see them. See, but now my watch. But could you just imagine yourself standing in a house like just like it's in New York? They have no yard. It's too the streets are real small. It's so crowded. You can go inch by inch by inch just to move around. On the street.
Yeah.
I just couldn't figure myself standing nowhere like that. I couldn't do it.
And Perp, think about it too. So when my husband, because he was from Philly, when we got in the car, right, and he was like, I'm gonna go down this street. I'm like, well, there's a car coming. And he's like, no, this is 2 lanes. I'm like, this is not 2 lanes. This is 1 lane. But do you see how narrow the streets are. And then if you
Mm-hmm.
go to the corner, right, it's a store
Mm-hmm.
at the corner connected to the
Corner.
buildings at the bottom of somebody's house. Like, how do
Mm-hmm.
you have the corner store connected to somebody's house? That wasn't weird to you?
Yeah. Yeah. And you just
Like, we
imagine
have
that.
our corner stores are like 7-Elevens and Circle K's, and they're all by themselves. Quick Trips. We don't
Right.
have stores that are connected to the houses at
We
the
don't
end
have
of the block.
now we don't have nothing like that, but now they started building now here in Texas. They started building like stores at the bottom and like little restaurants at the bottom and have apartments on top of those. I guess for the new fashion, I guess, but
Really?
not like yeah, they doing that now here in Texas,
You know what they started doing? They started making apartment complexes here inside of buildings, like the Trump Towers, how you
yeah,
go inside the building and your
yeah.
apartments are. We've
That's
never
not
had
safe.
that before, ever. And they just started like building a couple of those, like maybe a
Hell
couple of years
no.
ago.
I could you stay in something like that?
No,
I couldn't even.
I,
I couldn't even.
it's my thing is I have to have a yard. I have to have where I could go outside and put, a couple of chairs, a grill, out there,
Right,
and
right, right,
I have to
right,
have some type of privacy. What if you want to,
right,
because I use that, girl. Me and Deli used to just go and sit outside and just blow us some weed and have us a drink out there, and we be, enjoying ourselves. You
right,
can't do that. You can't smoke no weed or do anything like that. And what if you want to have some
right.
people over? I have, at the what you call it, the big old huge yard where I can have, a couple of hundred people there. But not here, smaller. But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
yeah. Teacher said, my nephew
hello.
just left. Teacher said my
Oh,
nephew just
somebody's
left New
calling.
York.
So if my phone
Okay,
go out, it's
okay. Teacher said my nephew just left New York. He said it stank there and the rats big as dolls. Yeah, I heard them rats is big there in New York. They look like pets. That you put a collar on them pits. But I couldn't stay there because of the fact that, like I said, it's so small. I want a front yard. I want a backyard. I can go in the backyard and sit and chill. I can go in the front yard, sit and chill. Like my wife said, get your broccoli, your goodies together, and your drink and stuff. You chill in your front yard, backyard. But when you somewhere like New York, you can't do all that. You can't have no parties, no gatherings, really, because there's no where to park the cars, um, none of that. And I just couldn't stand a place like that. You know what I'm saying? I can visit. Oh, I can visit, but as far as me living there, it's too close. It's too close for comfort. And I'm sure scared of rats. I don't do rats. I'm way afraid of them babies. I move out if I got to deal with a rat. I ain't gonna deal with no rat. No Lord, I can't deal with none of them. It's just a little bit too much for me. It give me too much it give me too much anxiety. Yeah, I get anxiety messing around with that and not on that, I'll be ready to move. I have to move, you know. But anyway, but yeah, how about you paying all this money for a house or apartment like New York, and then you can't do what you really need to do, and then you can't, like I said, you got to, just they. I heard that the apartments are real small there in New York. It's not very big apartment complexes. I heard all kind of things. So um, it's I'm just scared of places like that. So yeah, I don't do rats and I don't do none of that stuff. I don't do none of that stuff at all. If I gotta deal with a rat, I'm fucking moving. He said I require a porch, a screen door on any house I live in, and my neighborhood can't be on top of me. Oh, I'm claustrophobic. Yes, Bubby gotta have yard to run around, and yeah. That's what I'm saying. And so that we are. Have I ever seen on TV, even on TV, even on the news or the background? Just thinking about TG, you don't see many pets in New York. I don't see dogs walking around the streets in New York. Even when I look at some of the news or some of the people who have playing videos, or they from New York or showing everything from New York in their background. I've never seen the pets. Have you ever seen the pets before in New York, TT, on the outside? Movies. I don't even see pets in New York on movies. I'm not bull crapping. I don't. I haven't. I never have. You know. Maybe I'm not watching the right movie. Maybe I don't know, but what I've seen, no. I haven't seen no pets. Like maybe a cat, a kid and a cat that's in the inside, but I haven't seen nothing like that on the outside. So I don't know. I don't know. So, but yeah. So, but like I said, I believe some parts about Jay were right. I think she's telling the truth. Whitney Williams, I think she's running from um, that man, that Diddy man. I think she's running from that. I think that right now it's just, and they say he has some new charges. I don't know what the new charges are, but they said that he got some new charges. So I'm yet to see what the new charges is that they got on him. Um, yeah, I want to know about all that. But sometimes we make people laugh a little bit over here now and then. But let's see, they got birds and fish. Oh, she said they got birds and Move. They got birds and fish as pets. They all can fit in them. You right, TT. They got all them. That's what they got to have. Just in them little apartments. You right, TT. But them apartments are so high to be so little. I think, girl, I get like you said, claustrophobia up in now. She said the country got the best space when it comes to living. It's You right, TT. You right. The country got the best space when it comes to living comfortable. You right. You sure right, TT. Most definitely right. So TT, have y'all and everybody out there, have y'all been putting water out for your mailmen, your delivery drivers? And how's it been? You know, um, I've been having people call and check on me, make sure I've been drinking plenty of water and I have my air on, but I have my air on. And not only that, I have 3 fans to keep my air circulating around my house when I don't have my fan on. But like I said earlier, I think that the weather is way different from what it was when I was growing up. The weather's different. It's much hotter now. I don't know, because they've been messing around up there with the atmosphere, trying to do experimenting on everything, and everything is not to be experimented on. Everything is not to be meant to be experimented on, because everything don't work out with an experiment. And sometimes when it work out with an experiment, it may not work out that long. You know, I hope that everybody's keeping up with the news, not just the news. This what's basically going on with Trump, and hope everybody's got caught up with the Project 2025. If not, go make yourself knowledgeable of the Project 2025. Again, if you have not made yourself knowledgeable of the Project 2025, I advise you to make yourself knowledgeable of it. If not, you can go back and catch our live when we talked about it about 2 days ago about the Project 2025. That's going to be very important to know on some things of that. I would just like to say, when you make your way to go vote with the right choices. Titi said yes. He offered a cold bottle of water every day. He carried a water bottle holder on his mail bag now, because I get him one every day. He about sick of me. Let's go, TT. I'll tell you, bro. My girl, look here. My queen doing her, boy. She down with her community. Look here. Y'all better watch out. Y'all help y'all mailman and everybody out. You know what I'm saying? It's hot out there, y'all. We got to take care of our business. I'm telling you. So let me just ask you, Do you believe that Jaguar is telling the truth, or you believe some things she may be telling the truth on? Um, do you believe that Clyde Davis had something to do with Whitney Houston being unalive? Do you think that um, uh, that it's not a coincidence how Teddy Pendergrass' car became to a car crash, just like Left Eye car did when she was driving when she was over there seeing Dr. CB or Sebi? Um, do you think it's a coincidence that Kim Porter became unalive? They said that she was someone said they left home about 8 in the morning, came back about 11 that morning, a couple of hours. She was unalive. Um, do you think it's a coincidence that um how this man is into all these incidents? This one man, you know, is involved with all the incidents that's going on with the celebrity, as far as the R&B and rappers and things like that. But he's not only to them; he's out into the messing with the people in movies and things like that. Um, do you think that um, Kobe Bryant? Do you think that was just a coincidence? What happened to him? I know we all should know what happened, and with the Black Mamba and all that. Do you think that's a coincidence? Do you think that he gotten so high of a level where they even had to figure that they had to do something to where he had to be stopped? You know, what do you think? What's your outlook on it? Titi said, I think she is segregated and speculated. She is able to speculate a few things, but for most of what Jay once has said, she found to be true, just based on what comes out in the media. Right, TT, what comes out in the media. Right, right. I think so too. Do you think that it was a coincidence that Bobby Christina was also got unalive after her mother? You know, do you think that I believe that boy played a part in it, but do you believe that boy is connected somewhere down the line between him and Clyde Davis as well? You know what I'm saying? It's that you get to put it all together. What's all it's one man is in the middle of all this. But then if this one man in the middle of all this, it's somebody on his head atop of him that's running, that's rotating, that's pushing this issue out there. Teacher said, but actually highly respected by the newer generation because she speaks out and she doesn't hold back on what she believes to be true. Right, TT, right, right, right. And I believe it's more, it goes deeper to what she's putting out there. But I believe if she go a little bit deeper than what she's at, to point where she's at now, she go dig and just go a little bit deeper to what she's saying. I think then that's when she be have to probably really just go into hiding. Right now, they probably just saying she just throwing accusations out there. Nobody believing her. This, and that, and they think she's crazy, and they done blackballed her already. And they still trying to blackball her. You know what I mean? So, um, I believe her too. Like that man said, he's her protector. You mess with her, you going to see him behind Jaguar right. And he's with the mafia. The industry is just full of conspiracies and cover up at the end of the day. Human just like everybody else is heavenly flawed. Yes, they are heavenly flawed. That's right. That's right. But I believe that they're saying that uh, Miss Beehive has left Jay-Z. I don't know, but I've heard she's gone. That's what I heard. And I wonder, did she leave because it's things that she feel like things are getting close? Do she feel like she need to do something before it hits her home? She said, just like everybody. Right, TT, just like everybody else. You know, what part and where do this man play? Do he play? Do the question is, do Jay-Z play a part in what P Diddy doing? Did Beyonce really lead Jay-Z because of some of the accusations going on? Or did she leave because she don't want to be involved and did she know what's going on and she don't want to be questioned, because she got kids and things like that? Is Blue Ivy really the mother that passed away that Jay-Z had a baby by? You know, was that lady really sick? What did she really pass away behind? Was it real true what they said that how she passed away? You know. So, and then it goes back to it goes back to a lot of questions. It's always did this happen? And then it makes you go back to the what ifs. You see what I'm saying? That's what it puts you into. Is Solange really Beyonce's daughter? Like they say she is? Did she really beat up Jay-Z because she wasn't gonna stand by and let him talk to her mother any kind of way? Like I said, it's a lot of questions there. You know, um, and the main question is, we knew how Miss Lopez was so in love with that Diddy guy. We knew that she was crazy about him. But did he jump on her? Did he abuse her? Was there any domestic violence between him and her? You know, was she relieved when she left? I'm sure she was. I'm sure she was. Is it the reason why she can't really keep a man because of things that he may have put her through? It's a lot of questions there. It's a lot of questions. But a lot of questions ain't got there's not a lot of answers to. Nobody ain't saying nothing. But in the celebrity world, you're not gonna say nothing nowhere because you don't want your things happen to you. You don't want to be getting questioned. You don't want nobody coming to your door. You better not say this. You better not say that. Whatever. You see what I'm saying? But my main question really is, what part and where is the part where that ZJ man play in? And I really do want to know, why did Beyonce burn off on him? But in the meanwhile, I'm still looking in the media, see what I can find out. I'm still trying to see what what's been said. Is it really true? You know, but I'm staying tuned in because I don't want to miss what my questions is to some of the I don't want to miss some of the answers that they may have to some of the questions that I got. That's just oh, she knows it. I ain't being nosy. It's out there in the media like that. That's just something I just want to know. Hey, Rose, baby, how you doing? I just want to know them answers. That's all. Like everybody else do. Titi said we probably would never get those answers. We'll never get those answers, TT. We'll never get them. And that's crazy, ain't it? We'll never get those answers. Before we get those answers, they'll be gone and unalive. And then how we gonna get those answers is when the kids and seeing what's going on. That's the only way we gonna find out what happened, because we already know they not gonna tell it, right? So the only way we gonna know if the kids tell it. That's how we gonna know. The kids gonna be going to come out and say, well, when my mom was going with this person, this and this happened, And another thing, Cassie has gotten quiet. Where is Cassie? Why is she so quiet now? You don't hear nothing about Cassie no more. I don't know if she done got quiet and to things come out to be, to things everything come out, or she gotten quiet because she's been probably threatened again, Where is she at? Why is she so quiet? You know, that's all I want to know. Nobody said nothing about that. You know, um, and if you think about it, you know, this man has had a lot of women in his life. Has a lot of women in his life, and majority of it has has been left with being abused. You know, some may not even had even got the chance to leave, but they left unalive. You know, you just never know. She just said, Cass, her husband says she did her part. She doesn't need to keep speaking on it. She got kids to focus on. Also, that's why she's quiet now. Okay, so I'm like, she got mighty quiet quick. I didn't know why she got so quiet just that fast. So that's why she got quiet. Okay, okay. So now, I know why she's quiet. So now I know. Okay. Well, y'all like I said, y'all keep y'all some water. You know what I'm saying? Don't be going out in this heat. And and let me tell you again, if I hadn't told you, if you hadn't listened to me before, AT&T has been hacked again. This time they got all kind of information, and they don't know what all information they've gotten, but they got plenty of information. So I don't know. AT&T firewalls are not strong enough. Their firewalls they need some new ones, but they need to get together. Like I told y'all once before, my Wi-Fi was down for almost a whole week. You know, but Pap did let me know that there were they got a special now with AT&T. Hey baby, hey darling, Miss Perk, give him that word. I was in the car, but I love you, darling. It's a long story. Using that car. Let me just ask you, okay? Are you saying that you was in the car with Gavin? Is that what you're saying, baby? Yeah, TT. I'm sick of AT&T. I'm sick of them people, girl. Know what to do. And I be and I be fussing and everything about. I get the fussing about my stuff because of the fact that I be needing my Wi-Fi because I look at my laptop a lot. I look at stuff on my laptop. I watch all that. You know what I'm saying? Everything. One fly sparkle nine. But yeah, TT. So I'm gonna find me a new a new one. But Pap did tell me that Spectrum had a special going on right now for $29.99 for Wi-Fi. So that's where I might be going to for my Wi-Fi. Cause I'm tired of paying my money every month. Then something wrong with my bill. Seems like as soon as I pay my Wi-Fi bill, the next day or two, bam, something wrong with my doggone Wi-Fi. Something wrong with the Wi-Fi. And I'm like, why something keep being wrong with my Wi-Fi? What's going on? And I don't know. I don't know. But I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna end up going somewhere else because if I'm gonna pay you my money every month and I'm on time with I'm on time paying my bill. I want my stuff to work. Tiki said I don't experience too many Wi-Fi hours with Spectrum, and it's fast and reliable. Oh, really? You got Spectrum, TT? Huh? I might call them tomorrow and check with them tomorrow, see what they got going on. Oh, she said, oh, and no, that comment is not being sponsored. TT, she said if it's being sponsored, she's going to get paid for that comment that she put out there. You hear me? But yeah, I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna check into that, TT. I'm gonna check into it. So you got Spectrum too. That's who Pep said she got Spectrum. Yeah, I'm gonna change that because I'm tired of them people. They getting on my nerve because I'm tired of my stuff being out. And I can't go to my laptop, and then my I have fire sticks. I don't have no cable. I just think a cable just overrated and no need to pay for no high cable because it's basically the same old thing every time you turn on. They play the same thing over and over and over and over again. So, so I don't do that. So yeah, I'm gonna check into Spectrum and see what I can find about Spectrum. Right, they got a good deal. And then I know some places they have good deals. Like maybe they have a good deal around time school starts. School start back next month, and back by that time they be having a lot of specials going on for different places. A lot of places be having different specials for back to school specials. So I might check a lot of that out. I might have to do something. But anyway, y'all. But I'm figuring to get up off here, TT, y'all, and everything. And well, I I've been in the YouTube streets, and boy, I tell you, I'm very unhappy with a lot of people. I don't understand why people be dismissing, talk about the unalive people and stuff, and you know, um, even though I say certain things, I be mad. I don't say things like that. I don't say certain things because I wasn't raised to say certain things. And a lot of us not raised to say certain things, and y'all still do stupid stuff anyway to just, I guess, get your point across or things like that. But I feel like that, it ain't cool at all. But anyway, y'all, I forget off of here and everything. But y'all know, as we always say, and we keep our motto going and everything. How the hell you gonna love somebody when you don't love yourself? Peace.
Years ago, promises is all I heard. Wait a minute, let me finish.